Glenn Howard of Ontario knows what it takes to be a champion. When he played for his brother Russ, he twice stood atop the winner's podium. Now, Glenn Howard has his own team and is set to write his own history. With only one loss in this year's Brier, he has shown a relentless desire to be in the final, to play for the Brier Trophy, and today his eyes are on the prize. Quebec skip Jean-Michel Ménard has made it to the final by throwing himself into the game and making big shots. But his aggressive style can be risky and has lost to Howard twice already. In this last match, mistakes may not be forgiven. It all comes down to two teams, two skips, both with one goal to hoist the Brier tankard. Championship curling on CBC from windy Regina. Great curling weather, actually, for our Tim Hortons Brier final. Tonight, it's Quebec looking to win the first Brier title for that province since 1977, skipped by Jean-Michel Ménard up against Ontario's Glenn Howard. They have been hot this week. The fans are pouring into Brandt Center. It'll be a capacity crowd while we're in the heart of curling country here in Regina, and they are anxious for this game to begin. Hello, everyone. I'm Colleen Jones, filling in for Scott Russell, who's down under at the Commonwealth Games. So nice of you to join us from across the country. And as I mentioned, we think we've got a great matchup between Quebec and Ontario. Both teams love a lot of rocks and play. I want to show you the road to how these two teams got here. Ontario clearly out in front at 10-1, followed by Menard and Martin, finished tied for second, but Quebec got the nod for second because they beat Alberta during the round robin. And then Nova Scotia's Mark Dacey at 7-4. In the 1-2 game, Ontario beat Quebec to go straight to the final. Quebec fell down to play Nova Scotia in yesterday's semi-final. I want to show you some of the highlights from that game, starting in the third end. Here's Quebec's Menard with his last rock. Plays a lovely shot for 3. This really sets the tone in this game. They jump out in front by a 5-1 margin, but still a few costly mistakes throughout the game, and it came right down to last rock in the 10th end. That's when Menard makes a lovely out-turn takeout. He doesn't have to stick it. He wins it by a score of 7-6. And as I mentioned, now they're looking to win the first Brier title for Quebec since 1977. So now it's Ontario and Quebec playing in the championship final of the Tim Hortons Brier. And can you imagine how nervous that Quebec team might be? This is their biggest game of their lives. The Howard rink has been so consistent all week, and you probably put the two together that Glenn Howard is the younger brother of Russ Howard, who of course won Olympic gold over in Italy with Brad Goushew's team. So a lot riding for the Howard clan on this game. With their thoughts on what this matchup might hold, we go upstairs to the booth. Don Whitman, Joan McCusker, and Mike Harris.
Thank you, Colleen. Hi, everybody. I don't think I'll get any argument from those who watched this Glenn Howard team in round-robin play this week and in the playoff game when I say that they are heads and shoulders above everybody else. They have been all week.
It's been an extremely dominant performance from this Ontario team, particularly Glenn Howard. He was 7 percentage points clear of the next highest skip, and he's been on fire all week. This team, right from lead through to skip, you look at those numbers, incredible. First overall, three of those 4 players, first-team All-Stars as well. Huge, huge momentum coming into this final game.
Well, Jean-Michel Ménard would be the first to admit that he didn't play well yesterday, but he won the semifinal to get into this championship game. I don't think there's any question these Quebec curlers are capable of elevating their game today.
Well, when you get into a one-game situation, anything can happen. The good news for Menard is that his team outplayed Mark Dacey, Nova Scotia, at all 3 positions. Lead, second, and third, especially Francois Roberge. He played fantastic in that semifinal. They'll need to be on top of their game, all 4 players, including Menard picking up his play. Had trouble with his intern yesterday to be competitive with Ontario.
Well, the question, I guess, is, can Menard be competitive with Glenn Howard?
Well, that is the question. That's going to be our key matchup today. Glenn Howard, 88% through the week. Look at Menard. They're very inconsistent, 76% throughout the round robin. That 59% in the opening draw this week. Talked to Richard Hart about that. It was the best 59% he's ever seen. Kept Team Quebec in the game. He's going to need to do that for all 10 ends today if he wants to win this game.
Glenn Howard beat Menard in round-robin play. He beat him in the 1-2-page playoff game. He'll have to make it 3 in a row if he's going to claim this 2006 Brier title. Colleen?
Thanks, Don. Well, you hear the bagpipes. The teams are being marched in. We're just about set for the opening rock, all the pressure of the week. We started with 12 teams. We're down to the final 2 in the battle for the Brier crown.
This should be a very interesting championship game. Two teams that like putting lots of rocks in play. They have both been very aggressive, and I don't think that's about to change in this championship game here at the Brandt Center in Regina. Ontario will have last rock to start this championship. Glenn Howard with a 10-1 record during round-robin play. And with last rock advantage, he has a 5-1 record. His lone loss coming at the hands of Kevin Martin of Alberta. That was a 7-4 setback. Been talking with Menard prior to the two teams going on the ice for their practice session today. He said, we kept it interesting for the television audience yesterday. We had many opportunities to put Dacey away. He said, I simply did not capitalize when I had the chances.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it was a we thing. I think it was just Jean-Michel himself that missed a few shots that he would normally have made all week.
Well, if this follows the pattern that we anticipate with the stone in the rings, we'll get a corner guard from Ontario.
No hesitation from Glenn Howard.
We certainly saw this style of play in the last time that these two teams met in that 1 versus 2 playoff game on Friday night. There were rocks in play every end, a lot of aggressive play, which of course was great for all the spectators here in the Brandt Center.
This is the first championship game for Jean-Michel Menard. I asked him how he felt stepping on the ice.
Well, obviously really nervous. This is something we've been working for all our career to get a chance to win the Brier, and here we are, 1 game left. So we're excited but nervous at the same time.
Sometimes that nervous energy can be a good thing.
It can be. In fact, I think a lack of nerve sometimes is more of a problem. Perhaps he talked to his wife, Annie LeMay, who plays with Marie-France LaRouche, who also was in a Scott Tournament of Hearts final.
Wow, a little heavy. Yep. Whoa. Wow. Whoa. A little strong. Whoa.
2002.
Whoa.
Savile and Lang were both with John Morris at the Brier.
I got it.
Savile wanted to get just a bit of a roll. It was a nose hit. Ontario lies 1.
Yeah. Back next.
All right.
We saw Quebec's front 3 really put Nova Scotia under a lot of pressure yesterday afternoon's semi-final game. Partly due to their good play, but a lot of misses from Nova Scotia. You will not get those misses from Savile, Lang, and Hart today. Quebec will have to be very sharp.
Well, I asked Glenn Howard what type of game he anticipated from Menard, and he very quickly responded.
Definitely. He plays an aggressive style. We've played him many, many times over the years, and we've never ran up and down the sheet with him. So I expect a lot of rocks in play, and he's going to come right at it for sure.
Forward flush. Wow.
That's the way this first end has started.
Forward flush. Heavy. Oh, yeah. Right on. Whoa, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
The two front ends, very interesting. Both exceptional brushers, both teams.
There you go, Rick.
And they just have to be at this level of play with the amount of good teams here at Canadian Championships at the Brier this year, the parity amongst the teams, all those little things make the difference. And if great judging, a lot of strength in the brushing makes the difference of that quarter inch or so to get by guards.
But Joan, we see it here, a very good example. You drew attention to it yesterday, the rapid brush movement of the front end for Quebec.
Well, there's a lot of talk amongst the curlers. What is it that you need to get good brushing? Is it pressure on the brooms, or is it the speed of those brush heads? And this Quebec team, when they get going on a rock, you can hardly see their brush heads move. They're moving so fast, and they're very effective.
Je pense que c'est la préfère en flat spot, là. C'est déconcentré. Pourquoi
A lot of talk among the teams in Ontario and Quebec about that exact debate, power versus speed. And with the synthetic heads, general consensus is a combination of speed and power. Where you see with hair brooms, quite often you see teams leaning on putting a lot more pressure down generally. But it's up to the team. They kind of have these conversations amongst themselves and see what works best.
The lone blemish on Glenn Howard's record, a 7-4 loss to Kevin Martin of Alberta. Martin was the loser in the 3-4 page playoff game to Mark Dacey of Nova Scotia, and then Dacey, of course, lost the semifinal game to Jean-Michel Menard, who had lost the 1-2 page playoff game to Glenn Howard. One of the advantages of finishing first and second, you get 2 opportunities to make it to the Brier final. And for those who may be familiar with the format that we saw at the Olympic Games, it was 1-4, 2 versus 3 there, so no advantage being first or second. Quebec in second place with a 9-4 record. That includes the loss in the page playoff game and then their victory over Nova Scotia.
I did, yeah. Yeah, pretty good. Good.
Interesting call here. All 3 players, front end and Richard, wanted to play to come around the center guard, and this is a Glenn Howard decision to play the freeze.
Hard line. Hard line.
Well, Richard Hart, of course, was a very strong member of Mike Harris's silver medal winning team.
Yep. Line's good. Hard line.
In Japan in 1998.
Gotta go line. Hard. Gotta go line. Where's the Smith? Well, it's off.
And just what you mentioned, Mike, to me is quite an interesting situation, considering we watched this Glenn Howard team in the Canada Cup final at the end of January when they played Kevin Martin in Kamloops. And one of my observations as we watched the team was how much input Richard Hart had in the decision-making of the strategy that Glenn Howard played. I thought that Glenn was a little indecisive. So we shall see whether there has been a change in that decisiveness by Glenn Howard.
Yep.
Well, Francois Roberge has played Glenn Howard before. He has also skipped at the Brier before in 2000 in Saskatoon. He gets rid of the Ontario stone, bounces his own out, and rolls to the other side of the 12, and I think it's accessible through the hole.
It is, but they'll play to come around here. They'll play the draw.
Yeah, seems probably close.
On le mal de place.
Peu serré.
You got.
Oui,
Mais il a quand même bougé, t'as en turn, là. Il a quand même bougé, t'as en turn.
Ouais, ça l'aide un peu peut-être.
And as we pointed out yesterday, as we listened to the French team and the language being spoken, they will switch back and forth from French to English.
Hard! Hard! Wait, real hard! Gotta go! Gotta go! Hard! Line's great! Hard! Go! Hard! Harder! Come on, guys. Go!
Trying to drag this stone into the center line. Get as far deep in the house as they can.
Go! Nice sweep.
It was very well swept right out of his hand. Wasn't going to get there.
The styles of these two teams are different as well. Ontario much more laid back. They're more apt to make jokes and make fun of themselves, talking quietly. Whereas Quebec, when they call, they're just intense. They're all be yelling their own sweep on their own stones as they're delivered. Very, very intense four players. So the styles are very different on these teams. A nice chance early here for Jean-Michel Menard to find his draw weight, put some pressure on Ontario.
This team put together in 2003. Robert, Sylvain, and Helmely had played together before.
Line good! Line flat. Back line. Line flat. D-line. Back line. Line flat. Peut-être pas back T, Frank. Line good. Line flat. C'est sûr qu'on avait une autre par-dessus. Go! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go!
Just a little too deep. They swept that at the end to hopefully get enough room to have two rocks for the freeze. Glenn Howard's going to play the freeze, and Jean-Michel's hoping there's going to be room to get a second one on top for shot stone. I don't think that's the case.
We got boys. Normal? Yeah. That's quick. Close to 5, I think. Close. That's
The 8th Brier appearance for Glenn Howard. His previous 7 with his brother Russ.
He's just had an incredible week, as we've been talking about setting up the show today. It's an amazing accomplishment to have that 7 percentage points over the rest of the field on your cumulative stat.
No, bouncing, really bouncing. No, right off.
Didn't bend as much as they had anticipated.
Okay.
It's a hair heavy. Great chance here for Menard. The natural shot here is to play the hit, but better shot is to draw the top of the button. There.
Il va essayer l'angle raise pour 2, right?
On va pas faire le double et sauver son futur.
Problem for Ontario is he's not shot stone.
Okay.
Love this call.
What a great call.
Même chose.
I think most curlers' initial reaction would be to kind of hit this one and try to roll your shooter underneath. What Jean-Michel's going to do instead is come right to the top of the button. And that will really leave very little scoring area on that outturn side for Glenn Howard. He can draw to his own perhaps and get second shot, but cover the top of the button here. I think Jean-Michel is going to steal.
Well, we were very impressed with this Menard team at the Brier last year in Edmonton, where they put together a record of 7-4 before losing the 3-4 page playoff game to Sean Adams, the runner-up for the Brier title, to Randy Furby.
This looks good.
now. No, c'est fort.
It's heavy, is what they're saying.
Fort. Reste avec. Yep.
July 2.
Not bad. There is room to score there for Glenn Howard.
C'est-tu même ouais?
Stop. Ouais. Ça va un petit peu, mais le patin est plus rapide.
Tu vas retrouver où, back cap, là, Roger?
Ouais, à peu près.
Ouais? OK.
Stop to feel left?
Yeah, that's quick, boys.
Yeah.
Rock's completely buried, but easily accessible.
That's tighter, yeah. You know what it was? Yeah, no.
Have to get by number 1 priority here.
Final stone of the first end for Glenn Howard. He's looking at 2 Quebec rocks.
Good line. Take a look, take a look. Close, room, whoa. Line's good. Good, hard. Good, room. Whoa. Weight's great. Whoa. Weight's real good. Whoa. Wow, no line.
Needs to finish hard here.
No, just cold freeze. No, it's there. No.
Will it finish enough to be shot? It's going to be very close. I don't think it is. I think it's red. And the players confirm that it is a steal of 1. So Quebec is first on the board in this championship game against Glenn Howard of Ontario. Quebec, only the third time that a team has been able to steal against the Howard foursome this week. Despite the fact that he has a 10-1 record in round-robin play and has clearly been the best this week, there are some critics who say one of Howard's drawbacks is that he hasn't been able to win the big one. I asked him how he reacted to those critics.
I don't think that's a fair statement. You know, you make a lot of big shots all the way along the way. Your team makes big shots, and that's just the way it is. But you know, there's a lot of situations where you're going to make some, you're going to miss some. So bottom line is we got to just keep getting ourselves into these finals, and you can't win unless you get into a final, and that's the plan today.
Well, he's been third for brother Russ in winning 2 Briers. He's been on 3 runner-up teams at the Brier, and he's had some pretty good success on the Cashfield circuit.
You're right, Don. This team has won a lot of cash over the years, dating back to 2000, 2001. They're always in the top 10 of the cash circuit on the Bondsfield. At last season, 45,000, they were ranked 6th. Season before, 2004, 2005, they were ranked 2nd, almost winning $100,000 in the Cashfield circuit. You have to remember that this team is a team that supported the Grand Slam and did take a couple of years off of playdowns as well. I think it's a kind of a team that has goals in mind, and their goals for a lot of years was to win as much cash as they possibly could, as many cash steals. And now that they're starting to focus on the Brier, we see them here in the final. This is a very, very strong team.
On the World Curling Tour, there's 4 or 5 teams in the world that you know you have to play your very best against speed. And Glenn Howard has been one of those 4 or 5 teams for the last 6 or 7 years, and it's not. There's no other reason for that than the fact they win a ton of games and a lot of money and are extremely talented.
Born in Lahr, Germany, Craig Savile played 3rd for John Morris when he won the Canadian and World Junior Championships in 1998 and 1999.
Gotta go.
Played in the 2001 Olympic trials for Morris right here in Regina. And in 2002 for Morris at the Brier when they lost the final to Randy Furby.
Yep. Just by every day.
When I cited the statistic about the first point being only the 3rd steal against the Howard team all week, that's quite amazing. They only had 2 ends stolen on them all during the round robin.
Oh, and I think that speaks to Glenn Howard's unbelievable percentage as the skip. When your person throwing last is making that many shots, you know that he's not going to give too many opportunities up to the opposition.
Another one in there? Could go on top again. Bart. You guys like this?
Yeah, it's fine for now. We make this, the freeze is still there.
Lang has been with Savile as a teammate when they were with John Morris, of course, and then Glenn Howard made a pretty good move in convincing him to hook up with his Ontario squad.
Heavy, isn't it?
Well, partly due to the fact John Morris had moved as well. I know Craig and Brent were looking for a team as well, and I know they were very happy when they got the phone call from Glenn.
How heavy was that? Just a little bit.
Your second one almost could have been shot.
Maybe throw another half a rock. Yes, standing. Okay, whoa, Frank, la pause. Erreur de corps, la pause. Whoa!
I think he wants him to stop sweeping.
And we talked about Eric Sylvain played 3rd for Francois Robert when we first saw them, and that was in 2000 in Saskatchewan at the Brier. They placed 3rd. He knows how to call his own line.
I think he also graduated from the Russ Howard School of shouting at his sweepers as the rock is going down the ice.
Well, he's got another good role model, and that's Jean-Michel Menard. You wait till there's a close one there. He can sure yell as well.
Do I go on top?
As I said, no lack of intensity on this Quebec team. And that's a good thing.
Ontario electing to play the peel here, and what this is going to do is force a decision from Quebec either to try to replace the guard perfectly as it is now, which is very difficult on swingy ice to have both the line and the weight correct, or to maybe come in the rings and make a play. So good decision there from Glenn Howard. It's tough to be extremely precise with your guards on this swingy ice. Glenn Howard looking to be able to see a half a stone on either side here. Little half miss here from Robert.
And I know we mentioned this when we were watching the Scott Tournament of Hearts final, the women's championship. The ice conditions there and rocks are much straighter. It's a different set of rocks used here at the Brier every year. These are the MCA rocks. They're much more aggressive, so there's a lot more swing. Therefore, as Mike was saying, shots like a guard are harder to place than on straighter ice conditions, as we saw in the women's championship.
So
That's like that?
Yeah.
pretty good shot, but there is, again, about an inch or two exposed on the intern side.
You take and roll, fine.
Okay. What kind of speed do you want?
Back 4.
Richard's intern will curl hard late.
We've got 2 left-handed thirds. Francois Robert is also a left-handed thrower.
I think it's heavy. Hard. Weight's pretty good.
Line's good. Yep. Whoa.
Hard.
Yeah. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Hard. Gotta go.
Hard.
Will they get past the guard?
Just back 4.
Whoa. Split it a bit. Good shot.
Double there for Quebec.
Throw it. Nice. Okay. Go, Ménard.
Oh, oui, facile.
Okay.
Easy is what he said.
No,
there.
Normal.
Normal, on frappe où? On frappe où?
Walk out.
Encore.
Walk out.
Okay.
Walk out.
3/4, 2/3. Contact looking for on the broom side. Little wobble.
Yep. Oh!
That's flush.
Un peu light. Now. Yep.
Both Yellowstones go, and Quebec is left lying too. This is a different Quebec team today than the one we saw yesterday in the semifinal.
Well, again, we're waiting for Jean-Michel. You know, I would say that Quebec front 3 played pretty well. Not exceptionally well, but pretty well enough certainly to control that game. But Jean-Michel was the weak link yesterday.
And the first to admit it.
Big shot here for Richard Hart. This is a huge shot. Does not get shot stone. Quebec will guard.
Wow.
Back 4.
Yep. Whoa.
Back 8.
Whoa. Up.
12. Yeah, back 12.
Wow. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Savile. Go. Good shot.
Still good situation here for Menard.
Get a little hit and roll underneath the guard. There's a big pressure will be put on Ontario, trying to score 2 with their last rock.
Okay.
So looking for a quiet weight, tap back, try to get to the inside, roll the shooter. If you ever roll the shooter into the top of the button, again, Ontario's going to have a really tough time dealing with those Quebec stones.
These were the type of the shots earlier in the week where it was so difficult to know where to put the broom. We know these rocks curl a tremendous amount with draw weight. We know they run very straight when you throw big takeout weight, but the in-between is the guesswork.
Whoa. Yeah. Hard. Whoa. No.
Off.
Shot. Just rubs his own 2 stones, but removes the Ontario rock to lie 3.
Okay, throw, Jim.
No. I won't wait, sir.
You want to hit and roll? Can you tap and roll?
Yeah, but I know as he comes around again, I think we got to go in, Richie. Edge 8.
Yeah, no, but even here.
Yeah, just tap it a little bit.
You've got good line, move it a foot, and
okay.
Roll a quarter rock. Right to it?
Yeah, I think even a bump it a few inches.
Yeah.
Still looking for a way to get 2 points.
Top of the button isn't good here in this situation because there's an in-off available for Quebec, so they're going to go right to the back, stone at the back forefoot.
Yeah, same as your last turn. Yeah.
His first Brier appearance was 1986 with brother Russ. Lost the final to Ed Lukowicz, 87 and 93. They won both the Brier and the World Championship. On 2 other occasions, he was also runner-up for the Brier title with brother Russ.
No line. Well, right up. No.
Well. Okay.
In the first end and again on the second end, they've anticipated a little more finish from both of Glenn Howard's stones.
And Richard Hart's stones as well are not curling.
Pretty straight, man. Where'd the swing go?
Let's take a little less.
Moi, ça, c'est risque d'être plus fort que pas assez fort, je pense.
Good comment from Richard.
D'accord avec ce valet-là?
Well, I think you need to anticipate that if you've been in enough of these finals to know that usually in the final the ice is straighter because the ice makers will anticipate that large crowd. Quebec will just take away any opportunity for Glenn Howard to get more than 1 by making this little hit and roll.
Little danger if you hit it a touch on the outside. You may leave a double for 2 here for Howard, even though you may lie to. But we'll see what happens here. This is not a tough shot for Menard to get inside.
His intern yesterday was over curling. And this is another one.
When they're on and off like that, you know it's going to be pretty close. Quebec lies 3.
Tough shot here for Glenn Howard. Another tough shot.
Not quite the start that this Ontario team may have anticipated.
Might not have been, but I want just to point out just how calm they are. They're not frustrated. They're not taking shots at each other. They're very calmly going about making some shots. They know it's very early, and even though they have struggled this early, Glenn Howard now has a shot to even the score.
Trailing by 1, looking at 3. This is Glenn Howard's final stone of end number 2.
Wait's good. Wait's good. Wait's there. Whoa! Wait's there.
Whoa, then.
Plenty.
Whoa.
This is way out there.
Right off. No.
Back line. Back.
You heard his comment after his first stone. Where did the swing go? And it's going to be a steal of 2, maybe 3.
2 for sure. 3. 3.
It is 3. Wow. 2 stolen ends during the week, and the first 2 ends of this championship game, back-to-back steals, and Glenn Howard faces a 4-point deficit.
In Regina, Quebec, out in front of Team Ontario, 4-0 after 2 ends of play, all on steals. I'm with Guy Hemmings, the last Quebec skip to be in Brier finals back in 98-99. How surprised are you by the score right now?
Yeah, it's surprising for sure. We know Quebec could give a good fight to Ontario, but the way Glenn Howard played all week with his team, I'm surprised to see him miss some shots so far and being heavy on draws. Like, I don't think he missed any draws this week, and now he missed 2 at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it looks a little slicker, actually, than what it has. But tell me this, because Menard yesterday jumped out in front of Mark Dacey by a 5-1 margin, had trouble holding the lead. What has he got to do?
Well, yeah, obviously it's a bit early to go in defensive mode. You're gonna still try to score your deuce with your hammer. You know, you don't want to start playing too super clean too early, because with the free guard zone, the double free guard zone, it's tough to play defensive for 8 end, and those guys know how to set up his end and set up some offense. So the game is not over yet. So they got to keep their focus, keep their mind into the game. Don't get excited too early.
By the same token, if they put Roxham play, then a team like Ontario is going to love every minute of that.
Well, yeah, obviously, I'm not saying without the hammer. I'm just saying with the hammer. You know, you got to try to chance to score a deuce and just put the nail in the coffin. happen. But they're going to be more careful, obviously, without the hand.
And just quickly, what would a Quebec win at the Brier, the first since 1977, do for curling in your province?
I think it's going to be great. You know, we make some small step in 98, 99, and through my France La Rouge success in the ladies' side, I think we are able to attract the media attention a bit more than we used to be for many years before. Now with a win like this, having a chance to see if Quebec could pull out this one. I'm hoping anyway that's going to be a major step, and people will start talking a bit more about our favorite game, even in Quebec.
Yeah, we shall see. Guy, good talking to you.
Thank you.
Back upstairs to Don, Joan, and Mike.
Well, Guy Hemmings certainly knows all about Jean-Michel Menard as he played for Hemmings at the Brier in Halifax in 2003, throwing second stones when they compiled a record of 6 and 5.
Go! Go!
In 2000, Maxime Elmely, the lead, played third for Robert, so he dropped down 2 positions to accommodate the other members of the team when it was assembled in 2003.
Okay, Max. Sorry, my friend. Pump it back. Okay.
Well, I think both teams are surprised by the score right now. I don't think either team expected this much of a discrepancy so early in the game, but the key word there is it is early in the game. And a lot of time left for Ontario to try to get that, cut that deficit in half. They need to get 2 points with hammer here. You see a pick on this stone. They were trying to come around the guard. Picked up some debris.
Well, things are certainly going Quebec's way through the first 2 ends, but Jean-Michel Menard acknowledged that he himself struggled in the semifinal win yesterday over Mark Dacey.
Well, it's obvious. Yesterday I kind of struggled a bit on a couple of shots. I had the chance to put away Mark Dacey way earlier in the game, and I didn't. And I'll know that if I want to win against Glen Howard, as a team, we'll have to play our A+ game, and this is what it takes to beat that great team.
Well, I think they've started with their A+ game. Emily at 94%, Roberge at 88%, and Menard at 94%. Sylvain is the low shooter at 69%.
Things are messy here for Ontario.
They've been messy for the first 2 ends.
I think you got to stick that run back.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah.
Test of patience here for Team Ontario. You'd love to get your deuce back right away, but you certainly need to be cautious with your shot selection.
Trying to run this back, but they'll miss everything.
Not sharp right now, Team Ontario, to say the least.
Well, Menard is no stranger to standing at the tee head. He twice skipped Quebec teams at the Canadian Mixed Championship, also at the Canadian Junior Championship. Sylvain was also a skip at the junior level in Sudbury in 1996.
Yeah, I mentioned this yesterday several times as well, that this Menard team has a very good record against Glen Howard. You talk to a lot of teams on the World Curling Tour, you know, you beat Glen's team 20-25% time if you're having a good record against them, and this team beats them almost half the time. So they're very familiar on what it takes to defeat this Ontario team, and that will bode well for them as well as the game wears on.
Well, 6-9-6 the scores this year. Head-to-head, Glen Howard with 6 wins, Menard with 4.
As I said, they were 50-50 coming into this event, and Quebec losing to Alberta twice here this week at the Brier. So when we talk about Team Quebec feeling nervous, and we heard Jean-Michel say that in that interview, that he was feeling nervous. It's about this event. It's about the final. I don't think they're nervous about, specifically about playing Glen Howard's team.
Rapide, hein, Eric? Oh, yes.
Saskatoon in 2000. Francois Robert skipped the Quebec team to an 8-3 record. Beat Jeff Stoughton in the page 3-4 game and then lost the semifinal to Russ Howard.
Laisse la ligne. Wow. La ligne. T'en viens, Jim. On est là, on est là. Non, 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 non. On est là en masse. Non. En masse, en masse. Non, non, non. C'est bon, c'est bon. Non, c'est bon, c'est bon.
Leave a double and roll into the rings opportunity for Ontario. Still good, very comfortable for Quebec. It'd be tricky scoring 2 points with the way things are going right now for Ontario.
Savile and Lang have curled well, 100% and 88% through 2, but it's Hart and Howard who have struggled at 63% and 50% respectively.
Gotta go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, shooter.
And as we said last night, it just appears that Glenn Howard and Richard Hart's rocks not curling quite as much as what they expect. A little straighter.
Well, during round-robin play, there was tremendous movement on every sheet of ice.
But there was also talk with the players about some rocks that were not matched with their partners, and they leaving them scratching their heads in terms of which rocks would curl more than others. And we talk about that at every event. Depending on the humidity in the building and the type of ice surface, rocks will react differently. And these were the same rocks that were used at the Olympic trials in Halifax in December. And some of the players were talking about how they seem so much different here at the Brier.
What do you like? Here? Yeah.
Lots of people in this building. There is not any dehumidifiers nor air conditioning in this building, and that affects how the ice makers prepare the ice to make sure that it runs more consistently.
Airtight. That's good. Brum, what do you got? Weight's pretty good. Whoa. Higher the better. Whoa. 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 Whoa, heavy, heavy. Mine's good. Oh, weight's good. Whoa. A lot of room. Heavy. Whoa. Ton of room. Whoa. You're ready, Seth. Whoa. You're ready. Yep.
Watch now.
You gotta tuck it. You gotta tuck it.
Curl.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Really trying to get some movement out of that rock.
Finish it.
Well, it's interesting, Joan, that you should talk about rocks, because that's one of the things that both Russ Howard and Glenn Howard pride themselves in, is their ability to select rocks for a championship game.
Yeah, that's, yeah, I could probably say I'm one of the better ones at it. Russ and I, we're pretty proud about doing that over the years, maybe a little bit even anal about it, but we found that it's been very, very important, and we think we've won a lot of games over the years because of being able to pick out the idiosyncrasies in all the rocks. None of them are the same, and the team that picks those up, the better, you know, you've got a bit of an advantage. That being said, you still have to make shots after that, but it sure is nice to know exactly what these rocks do.
Tricky part about the ice surface this week, and this is coming from Richard Hart, is that they found that the same rock is reacting differently depending on the time of the day that the game's being played. So if you threw the red 7 rock on sheet A in a morning draw, that same rock in an evening draw was reacting differently. And these MCA rocks they do curl, but they do tend to be a little bit more idiosyncratic, as Glenn Howard said. They don't always react the same.
And that, again, speaks to humidity and the warmth in the building. And head ice maker Hans Wuthrich said that this has been a challenge for him to cool off the building between draws. And he saw there a miss for that hack weight kind of shot, left the Ontario rock in play, and now a chance for Ontario to get that deuce with hammer and cut this deficit in half.
Nose hit here will leave a big weight double opportunity for Quebec. So Glenn would like to roll a little bit to the outside, make that double as tough as possible. Does not want to nose hit this.
Yep. Real hard. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Hey.
This is curling hard.
Hard. Go. Go, go, go. Anything.
It's a nose hit.
And here comes the big weight double from Jean-Michel. And Jean-Michel controls the big weights.
Well, it was in the province of Saskatchewan where Jean-Michel Menard won his first national championship, skipping Quebec to the mixed title in Weyburn in 2001.
Yes.
He was also in Saskatchewan. Glenn Howard lost the Brier final in 1992.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
It's a nose hit, so an opportunity now for Glenn Howard to hit and stick and get a deuce back on end number 3.
Really important for Glenn Howard here to get some momentum into the fourth end of this game.
That was board, eh?
Board plus, probably, yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. A little hit.
Board? Yeah, board plus.
Nice conversation with the sweepers there just to confirm weight.
Whoa, clean, hair lighter. Whoa, hair lighter, clean, clean it.
Final stone of 3, trailing by 4. Howard attempting to get a deuce, and it looks pretty good. Right on target to cut the deficit in through 3 ends. Jean-Michel Menard and his Victoria Curling Club Saint-Paul teammates leading Glenn Howard of the Coldwater and District Curling Club 4-2. If you've just joined us for this 2006 Tim Hortons Brier final from the Brandt Center in Regina, back-to-back steals by Jean-Michel Menard and his Quebec team on ends 1 and 2 before Ontario got on the board with a deuce on 3, and it's 4-2 Quebec leading. One little mistake and Ontario's able to capitalize. That was the miss by Menard with his first stone of the 3rd end.
And now Ontario needing to capitalize on that momentum, finally getting on the scoreboard. They'll need to make some decisions. They knew they were going to throw the center guard. They would like to either force Quebec just to take 1 point with last rock and get that last rock back themselves, or of course try to manufacture some sort of steal. But how much risk will they take to make that steal? They'll have to make that decision about halfway through the end.
Mine's good.
It really depends on where this draw ends up as to whether they'll throw a second center guard or not.
Easy.
Well, as the Brier comes to its conclusion in Regina, the Women's World Competition is underway in Grande Prairie, Alberta, and today Kelly Scott of Kelowna defeated Andrea Schopp of Germany by a score of 8-3, and the standings in the Ford Women's World Championship: Sweden's Annette Norberg, the gold medalist from the Olympics, the reigning world champion, on top. Debbie McCormick, a former world champion, at 2-0. Dorothy Nordby, another world champion, also 2-0. Jensen of Denmark, surprisingly 2-0. And Canada's Kelly Scott with 2 wins and a loss.
Gotta go right to it, right to it, right to it, right to it.
And round-robin coverage, games involving Canada's Kelly Scott, will be seen this week, as they have been this weekend, on TSN. China versus Canada from Grande Prairie tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And on Saturday and Sunday, Joan, Mike, and I will be in Grande Prairie for the semifinal Saturday at 11:30 and the final Sunday at 12:30. That's next weekend on CBC Sports. But right now, our focus is on this Brier final.
Présent. Trop fort. Flip. Flip l'anneau. Trop tard. Non, 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 non. On va un petit peu, c'est sûr. OK, Max. Forward. We can, and then he rips the guard. That's the whole guard back. Do you want to hit it? Whatever you want. Bump it a foot. Okay. Problem is you roll. I think we're going to regret that. Hit and roll. Okay, well, I like to hit and roll. Okay. Do that.
That was an interesting comment. I think we're going to regret it. Okay, speak up.
Well, I think definitely this game has, I think Ontario has been chasing, and they've been in trouble every end after second stones The Quebec front end has really been playing very, very well and not setting up very easy shots for Richard Hart or Glenn Howard.
Did it hang on? It looks as though it might just be out, but sometimes those stones from the overhead camera that appear to be just outside the ring are actually just nibbling the 12.
Yeah, Michel Menard's indication was that it was out. Pardon, it's not in.
That's mine. Okay.
Trying to run this through.
What's up? Shot. T'as gardé? No.
Shot, Rick.
You hear them refer to each other. They have little nicknames. Max, Rick, Frank, and Jim.
Oui, c'est évident.
Is the names they use for each other for the Quebec team.
Monsieur le conseil, vous voulez pas jouer le 25. Pretty good. Heavy. Tight. Heavy.
Weight's good.
Lot of room. Just not quite to the line. Needs to curl. Got a curl. Still looks heavy.
Go in.
Yeah. Almost to the line.
Tight.
Line's good. Go. Yep.
Go, Rich.
Yep. Finish it.
Double's easy now.
Okay. Shot, Langer.
And you heard them. They would have liked that guard just a little bit higher.
Same type of run-back situation for Quebec.
On peut l'essayer.
Ouais. Bien de même aussi.
A little wobbly for Sylvain as he came out.
Okay, Rick.
And that may have been the reason that he was off target.
No, same as Brandt.
Just taking a little while to get his balance over top of his sliding foot. And just flared it a little bit wide of the broom. And as we said, when you throw the big weight on this ice, it will run straight.
Pretty tight.
Well, then.
Clean it.
Good.
Line's a little tight.
Well, then.
Got it, so it's going to over curl.
Well.
Just clean it. Just clean it.
Got a curl.
Yep. Good. Nice shot.
Very nice.
A little better, higher. The reason it's better when it's higher is even if the double is made, the shooter will stay out front.
Richard Hart may be one of the better curlers to have never won Ontario prior to this year, losing 4 previous Brier Ontario finals. Two of them with you, Mike.
Are you setting me up here, Don? Is that because he played with Mike Harris all those years?
You know, it's funny you say that, but you know, it's well known in the curling world that Richard was easily the best player not to have a Purple Heart, and we played against this team 2 years ago in the final of Ontario, and we looked at each other before the game, and you know, he's one of my best friends in the world. We talked to he's finally one of us is going to the Brier. I was happy it was me first, but you know, he's extremely talented player, and I was very happy for him, but I'm nervous for him now, down 2 without here in the 4th end.
Fight the line.
Trying to replace that guard. They don't want it too tight to the house.
Yep.
It's a little better from Richard.
And that'll improve his numbers.
He had problems in the first end.
I like the way those go.
His play has improved since then. He's now at 75%.
Whoa. Now. Okay. La rouge, Max. Vas-y, on n'a pas besoin.
Neither one of these teams is reminds me of Randy Furby or Kevin Martin in their ability to peel and play those big weight run backs and roll their shooters a long way. But they can both throw the big weight, but just not quite as accurate and don't throw quite as hard as both those Alberta teams. More precise players when it comes to more precision type hack weight, backline tap type teams.
Like the guard, boys? Yeah. Yeah, good here.
Right off there, guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Decision will be on Jean-Michel's first one. Do they peel or do they try to make a play on the one in the rings? And Glenn Howard's decision will be, do we throw another guard or we try to force Quebec to take one and split the rings on his final stone? So we'll see what happens here. Assuming Glenn makes this guard pretty close.
A little higher. Clean.
Sweep it early.
Where are you? Halfway. Oh, gotta finish. Gotta go at the end. Oh, no, it's good. Clean it. Clean it. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Still going.
Yep. Yep. Clean. Whoa. 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 Yep. Yep.
Very precise shot making from Glenn Howard and Richard Hart. We talked about it in the first, second, and how difficult it is to replace those guards perfectly. That's 3 in a row they've made.
Shot. Nice.
And part of that, Mike, is that the sweepers have to let the person holding the broom know where that rock is going to end up so that they can call the break when they are going to anticipate it to curl, whether they should call the sweep on or not.
And just for our viewers' interest, if the rock is let go a little bit inside what the line they're thinking, if the sweepers sweep it early, they can hold it straight and let it break late. If it's a little wide, the sweepers won't touch it, let it start to break, then really finish it hard. So sweepers have a huge bearing on the line as well as the weight in those guard situations.
Greg, il y a un bon point. Si jamais je fais le run back parfait, je vais juste finir la chance de faire un come around qui est encore mieux que ça.
It's a team effort, isn't it? Throwing on those guards.
He makes a half-decent draw. It's just practice for his next one, you know.
Bon, on essaie de se mettre de la pression, on va tout de suite. C'est pas ça qui est payant, moi, de mettre de la pression.
Il va falloir back-tee. Si on met de la pression, si on va back-tee, il va nous suivre.
C'est ça.
Je pense pas que c'est ça.
S'il va tout parfait, peut-être que j'aurais même pas de shot pour un, right? Mettons, je m'en irais de ici. Lui, il revient une pin là.
Si, puis s'il vient là, on est forcé quand même à prendre avec une shot plus dure.
Ouais. Tu en penses, toi?
On peut être ici, je te dirais que oui, mais...
OK, on va enlever le gars.
Richard Hart's comment was, if he throws a draw, it's a practice for his next one, and that's the exact same conversation that Jean-Michel and François were playing.
I like that. That way he's got to play the cold draw or come to us and risk rubbing.
I think he's running the double anyway.
Yeah? Well, we got to make sure we don't give him the blank.
Well, it's going to be tough. We're going to do Brier thing.
And then for all you curlers at home, the junior curlers trying to learn how to play this game, this is what you do while you're waiting for the opposition to make a decision. You start talking about what you will have left and get prepared to make that call and that decision.
So the worst case scenario here for Ontario is a blank.
I like that.
A little bit more.
Come around, that's fine.
Plenty? That's out there now, eh?
So the blank will result if they come down, tap their own only a foot or so, and leave the two yellows very close together. And what that will do is allow a big weight double from Menard, hit half a stone and kill both the yellows. So Glenn Howard's looking to get some separation on these two stones, and he doesn't even have to be perfectly lined up. He wants to bump it 3-4 feet, even right back 4 foot would be a great shot here. If Menard does make the double, he'll have to save a shooter and score one.
Well, the strategy, obviously, on the part of Ontario, if they can't steal, give up 1, score 2. Give up 1, score 2.
Good. Easy. Whoa, heavy.
Real good.
Heavy.
A little heavy.
Really heavy?
No, not bad. Not bad at all.
Want to get by?
Get by. Real good.
Yep.
So now they need to go around
Get by. Get by.
Just not close for line, though. Really strange here.
Cool. Yep. Go. Yep.
Worked out pretty well. Wasn't plan B or C, that one. Tenth end in a tie game. Quebec plays the draw.
Shot, Glenn.
2 up with. They'll look at the double.
I hope he doesn't rip the blank here on us.
You know, it seems to be general agreement on the part of the Ontario curlers. They don't want to see a blank.
Yeah, you get the stupid blank option here, eh? That's about it.
What do you do?
No, exactly.
Ouais. Ça a l'air dans ses tirs, hein?
Glenn, what do you do? Good point. not a gimme by any means.
Attempting to run them both. Jean-Michel Menard with the final stone of the fourth, leading by 2. Looking at 2 Ontario stones.
He won't blank.
He'll score one. So it's a 3-point game, but Ontario has last rock advantage heading into...
Now from Regina after 4 ends, Quebec out in front of Ontario by a score of 5-2. Last rock in this 5th end belongs to Glenn Howard. Just a reminder, the World Figure Skating Championships out of Calgary, Alberta, start tomorrow night on CBC. And it's going to feature Olympians Jeff Buttle and Joannie Rochette and the world's best. Mark Lee, Barb Underhill, and Paul Martini will call all the action beginning Monday evening, 8 local time, except for 9 o'clock Atlantic, 9:30 in Newfoundland.
5-2 as we go into the 5th end. Quebec leading Ontario. Quebec's only previous Brier championship, when it was still a round-robin event. The winner determined strictly on the basis of round-robin play, and that was a transplanted Manitoban who won the title in Quebec, Jim Ursel, in 1977.
My first Brier ever went to 1977 in the Velodrome in Montreal.
Easy.
Well, mission accomplished for Team Ontario last end, forcing Quebec to take 1 point with hammer, not get more than that, and give that hammer back to Ontario.
And between the break, after the second end, Glenn Howard and his team were talking about give them 2, take 1, give them 2, take 2, give them 1, take 2, give them 1, and they'll be tied after 7, and that's what they're looking for. You see that big steal of 3 in the second end is put Ontario into a hole here, and they need to use that textbook formula that's been so good for them all week.
Un en masse. Oui, un en masse, c'est vrai. That's good. Ça presse pas pour la ligne. Tenez-la un peu, tenez-la. On peut pas. Faut vous la tenir. On va perdre. Pas besoin, boy. Easy. On va perdre. Wow, wow. 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 C'est bon. Wow. Wow, Eric. Connect.
Identical numbers for the leads. Maxime Almeli and Craig Savile.
Maxime's had great control of draw weight. All of his come-arounds into the top 4 foot. Puts a lot of pressure on Team Ontario.
Light.
Way light.
Light.
Since the chase for the Canadian Men's Curling Championship began way back in 1927, this is the 9th time the event has been held in the province of Saskatchewan. The 4th time in Regina, 1955, 1976, 1992, the other times that the Brier has been played in Regina.
Rentrez là? Non, guard. En avant du tir.
A pretty big miss there by Craig Savile by coming up very light on his draw attempt. He tried to come into a freeze.
No, it's not in the ballpark.
C'est comme d'habitude. Elle est bien correcte. Elle est bien correcte. Non, elle est en avant, Eric. C'est bon. Ligne belle. Proche. On peut attendre. Proche. Attention, on va perdre. Pas besoin, Eric. C'est fort encore. Proche. Non, on touche pas,
On tourne un peu.
On peut contourner l'autre, Jim. Proche, go. Go. Go!
Another great come around by Quebec. Huge trouble again for Ontario. They're chasing. Very similar to what happened in the
pretty close, doesn't it?
third end. Raised double from Brandt Lang attempted in that end as well.
Well, these two teams, Ontario and Quebec, rank 1 and 2 in the spectrum of offensive statistics.
And that was also reflected in the All-Star Team Awards. The first Team All-Star consisted of 3 Ontario players.
Okay, yep, that's fine.
And Howard definitely needs some offense right now.
There's that first All-Star team. Glenn Howard, Richard Hart, Brent Lang, all from Ontario, and Steve Gould from Team Manitoba. They'll need some of that All-Star performance here in this final, trying to catch up after giving up those steals of 4 points over 2 ends. And you can see how one very small mistake very early in the end changes the complexity of the end completely. This has got to curl a long way to cover shot stone.
Ouais, plus là, l'autre, je l'ai lâché en enlevant ma main.
There's a look at the offensive categories here at the Brier. Menard and Howard first and second in basically every important offensive category.
There's no doubt that they were the top 2 teams here.
Also the most aggressive team as well.
Well, it's interesting. The Howard team can play either style, but Menard, every game, goes to the attack. A bit of a rub, but they still make contact with the shot stone, although the shooter will roll out of play. But that was a bit of a break for Team Ontario.
I have an undercurl in that spot yet. Intern? Oh, intern,
Just not sharp today. Team Ontario needed to take advantage of that crack at shot stone and the ability to hit and roll in behind their own corner guards.
Luckily, they did make contact with that one in the forefoot.
I mentioned that Quebec only once previously has won the Brier. Manitoba leads all time, 26 Brier wins. Alberta has 22 and Ontario 8. And Glenn Howard has been a member of 2 of those 8 Ontario championship teams.
Bon way, Jim. Yes, Ellie. Hard. Come on. Hard. And then with the fit. Hard. Come on. Hard. Come on.
This is good.
Oh, great rushing to get that by both of those Redstones. And it is lost in behind those 2 red guards.
And Joan, again, the speed of those 2 brushes as they work in unison.
This is slow motion.
Shot, Frank.
Yeah, they just move those brooms so quickly. That's how they develop that little film of ice that runs on, a film of water that runs on top of the ice that carries the rock farther into the house. Just a tremendous brushing job there.
Bon, s'il change ses roches tout le temps, c'est juste bon. Tu confiance en ses roches jouer vendredi soir. C'est tellement les mieux.
Pretty good workout front ends are getting so far in this game.
You don't have to spend the morning at the gym.
No.
Whoa. Firm board. Yep. Yes. Hard.
Looking for a hit and roll into the rings here. Not your typical big weight double we would see from other teams. That is not good at all for Ontario. This is ugly.
Eric.
Ontario is in trouble.
Hey? That's never
Part of it,
there.
even though those numbers are close, Richard Hart is getting out-curled by Francois.
Non, j'ai pas resté là puis vous donnez ça.
Ouais, j'aime moins ça. Hein.
Oui. Moi, j'aime ça. Lui, il va probablement peut-être juste couper le rouge là.
Regardez le slash de la jaune pour qu'il roule dans le rond. Non. Je veux dire, faut garder ça pour pas qu'il...
OK.
Oui, c'est ça.
Talking about throwing a guard, they know that Ontario is in big trouble.
They want to guard the raise onto the stone at the top 12 and have the shooter roll in. So they want to make sure they cover enough of the yellow stone so there's no short little run back available to Ontario.
Oui, bon, mec.
Yep.
Cherche la ligne, faut aller chercher la ligne du milieu, ça c'est sûr.
On va chercher la ligne centre.
Go!
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, très light.
Wow.
OK, elle fait le job, elle fait le job.
Très light.
Elle fait le job. Whoa! Whoa.
Well, it's not often you play the same team 3 times in the same competition. And it's tough to win all 3.
It is, quite often, we do see it happen quite a bit. We saw with Randy Furby, he seemed to have a pretty good knack at beating the 1-2 team.
He's almost full score.
In that Page game and in the
Is it double
round
there, Glenn?
robin as well.
That's both sides there. Double there? It's there.
Yeah.
Even if we miss it, then he has to
go. Have a look. You can,
at this.
Whoever misses draws.
You have trouble staying. Are you down normal?
Right.
Even if they jam it, they're going to free up a little bit more room in the forfeit area. Again, Ontario is really not in good shape here.
Trying desperately to move that rock out of the forefoot.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hard, hard, hard. Go, 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 go.
That's a pretty good shot. Better than it was, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Shot it, shot it.
He played that soft kind of weight to keep the shooter around, but the downside was wasn't able to move the second red stone out, but it did get it out the forefront.
Yes, it's not good. Is that in?
I think it was. I didn't get a good look at it, though.
Good call here from Menard. Even if it is in, the right shot is to go around that center guard and put some pressure on Ontario.
Surprised how much I curly buried it.
La ligne est bonne pour le 4.
Wait.
Come on, Jim.
Top 4 looking to come through the port. Menard's in turn, and they'd love to replace it right where it was.
Et on va
Top of the button.
8,5, ouais.
Dans la
Pas loin d'extrême, ouais. Oh, oui. 8,5, c'est ton T-line. Pas loin d'extrême, Jim.
You see the yellow stone that Richard Hart just delivered just outside of the rings. Could be used for some sort of raised back.
Okay, de la place. Just away, T-line.
Line good! On est là, T-line.
Hein?
Line good!
Moi où, là?
En masse! T-line plus!
OK.
T-line plus! Non, pas plus.
Sûr, parce qu'on va lui donner le double.
Il va, là!
Pas le choix, go! Go! Jusqu'au bout! On va remplacer une autre freeze. Go! Go, 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 go!
Again, that's a plan B, knowing that that rock was coming to the tee line, trying to bring it back farther.
Do I even need to bump it?
No, the problem with the freeze is he just freezes.
No, I'm thinking I got to get inside.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I've got to get
low
inside.
on it? Okay, that sounds good.
Well, here, like just back ring.
Okay.
Back 12, back 8.
Yeah, what's going on? Langer just snap hook?
He hooked it. Yeah, he hooked it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where Brent Lang's
Just there's been a
rock
few
overcurled when he was
You think it'll go?
going after shot
looks good.
stone.
Just back 8.
Okay.
They would really like to get across the face of this red stone that shot stone.
Yeah, back 8, trying to get to the inside a little bit.
And again, the problem for Ontario is if they do freeze, there is room for 2 stones here, and Menard freezes, then they're going to give up another steal. So
More.
So trying to bump it a little bit, but get across the face. This is a very tough shot. There's room to do it. They know that there is some curl here. Brent Lang's rock over curling. It's got to be close.
Wait, back 12. All the way through.
Whoa.
Back line.
Close.
Line.
Whoa.
Back line.
Close.
The objective is to push the red stone back, roll the shooter.
Yep.
Look at this start to curl now.
Langer, get over there.
Very nice.
great touch.
About as good as that could get.
Still not great for Ontario. If a freeze is made, there will be no room for Ontario to score without playing some sort of raise with weight.
Great throw. That one came in there.
Yeah, that actually didn't move.
Looked like you had an angle on it, did you?
I felt like I felt like kind of good, but I loved it all the way down. They're wide. I thought the weight was perfect. They're going through. I don't think so. You locked it.
La place. Reste proche.
Yes!
This way.
On est là! Wow, même toi, Frank.
Yes, ligne.
Yes!
Wow, just right.
No, yes! Whoa, whoa, yes! Whoa!
They don't want to bounce off.
Whoa.
Do not want to roll off of this and give Glenn Howard an easy shot for 2.
Wonderful control, but they do bounce off a little too much, and there is a chance now for 2.
Exact same shot for 2.
Robert n'avait pas capable.
Overswept a little, actually. Their sweep was going pretty hard on that.
Same shot, same weight. Tighten the ice a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
That happens so much, Mike, when you're trying to go for that perfect freeze, and you keep thinking, I got to be there, I got to be there. but if you sweep it and it rolls off a bit, it makes the opposition's shot so much easier than if you came short.
This works with the hair straighter.
Trying to feel the same weight.
Yep.
You heard that conversation.
Okay.
Nice chance here for Ontario, but a difficult little shot.
You can see only about a quarter of that stone, but it will warp in there with the right weight.
Final stone now of end number 5, an opportunity for Ontario to draw within 1.
Back line.
But Glenn Howard needs a touch here. He has to push that Quebec rock out of there. What a great shot.
That was the sweepers. Fantastic job.
Game on.
So the plan worked. Give up 1 the previous end, come back with a deuce on this end, but it was the tremendous brushing of Savile and Lang that kept the stone on line and enabled Ontario to get a deuce. It's a 1-point game with 5 ends remaining in this 2006 Tim Hortons Brier final.
For you from Regina, we're live at the Tim Hortons Brier, and it is game on now. Ontario with that big score of 2 in the 5th end. Quebec still leads 5-4 after 5 ends. Just to the west, we've got the World Figure Skating Championship set to begin tomorrow. Here's Brian Williams with a preview.
Thank you, Colleen. On this Sunday night, we welcome you to the Pengrowth Saddle Dome in Calgary. World Figure Skating Championships begin here tomorrow. Now, we will have prime-time coverage tomorrow through Friday. I'll give you the schedule in just a minute. To me, one of the big stories is that figure skating is the only winter sport that holds its world championships right after the Olympics. For that reason, none of the Olympic champions are here. With their take on that, here are Barbara Underhill and Paul Martini. Paul?
Brian, the absence of the Olympic champions creates opportunities for every athlete in this competition. And for our Canadian team, it puts them in a position to win a medal in 3 of the 4 disciplines, and it has to be Jeffrey Buttle to look for the first medal at this event.
And with the absence of Jenny Plashenko, who has dominated the men's field for so many years, certainly Jeff Buttle has an awesome chance to win gold here. It's looking like a battle between Stéphane Lambiel and Jeff Buttle for gold. I think you have to count in the Americans, Johnny Weir, and as well Evan Lysacek and Francis Brian Joubert for the medals. However, Jeff's got the advantage here because he's in his home country. He's going to be in his comfort zone. Hopefully he can rise up to the occasion here.
In the women's competition, Joannie Rochette comes into this event after an outstanding 5th place finish in Torino. She looked composed, and I think that's the one thing she's going to have to maintain coming into this event here in Calgary.
And with Irina Slutskaya and Shizuka Arakawa out of the mix here, certainly Sasha Cohen is the favorite coming in. But it does create an opening for Joannie. If she can find that same comfort zone that she had at the Olympic Games, this creates an opening for her to possibly be on the podium.
Who can forget the horrific fall of Dubreuil and Lausanne in the original dance? It took them out of the competition. The word is they've been back on the ice for about a week. She's feeling pretty good, but Barb, they've got some excellent competition here.
And you know, I think this is going to be the moment of the week because the audience will be waiting for this team to just step onto the ice. They will embrace Marie-France and Patrice as they enter this competition. And, you know, in this new world of ice dancing, I really believe that anything can happen. Certainly, Belbin and Augusto are the favorites coming in, but I think Marie-France and Patrice have a very good shot at a medal, possibly even the top spot.
So, Brian, there's a lot of intrigue going into this competition this week, and it's going to be very interesting to see where everybody ranks at the end of the week.
All right, Paul, I mentioned our schedule. Prime time, 8 local, 9 Atlantic, 9:30 in Newfoundland. Tomorrow through Friday. Medals begin on Wednesday. And don't forget, next Saturday afternoon, Women's Free Live, 3 Eastern, 1 o'clock here in Alberta, noon on the West Coast. That's the story tonight from here in Calgary. Now let's return to Regina and Colleen Jones. Colleen?
Thanks, Brian. We're looking forward to all that figure skating. We're playing for the tankard here. Quebec leading 5-4 after 5 ends over Ontario. We're back with more.
Promising for Glenn Howard, giving up a steal of 1 on the first end. He was looking at 3 Quebec stones on the second. His rock didn't curl as much as anticipated. A steal of 3 and a 4-0 lead. But Ontario fought back, and a great shot by Glenn Howard with his final stone, event 5. Terrific brushing by Savile and Lang. They bump out the Quebec shot stone to score 2. It's a one-point game. Game on, Quebec and Ontario over the final 5 ends of this 2006 Tim Hortons Brier final in Regina. Final. The curlers must attempt 6 types of shot. Hit and stick, draw the button, draw the port, a raise, hit and roll, and a double takeout. Glenn Howard, with the help of lead Craig Savile and Don Bartlett of Alberta, tries the double takeout. But his shooter keeps on sliding, and he ends up scoring just 3 points. Steve Gould, along with his hot shot front end of teammate John Meade and Ontario third Richard Hart, attempts to hit and stick. Gould gets the hit and stays on the button for a full 5 points. So Steve Gould edges Glenn Howard by 1 point, but that's enough for Gould to claim the keys to the 2006 Ford Explorer XLT.
All right. And welcome back. Don't they have a gold medal aura about them now? Mike, Jamie, Russ, Mark, and Brad, the gold medalists from turn. Mike, let's start down there with you. The 5th on the team, you made the ultimate sacrifice, giving up your spot. Well worth it, though, you say?
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Like, it was worth it just being Olympians, let alone Olympic champions. So the whole ride has just been absolutely amazing to do with these guys, your best friends. It's just been quite a trip.
Awesome. And Jamie Korab, I can't believe you're going to have a street named after you in St. John's. All of you will, but what's it going to be like to be driving down what? Korab Avenue.
Yeah, it's Korab Street. Oh, I was hoping for a Korab place. I wanted a cul-de-sac, but I said I'll settle for a street, so it's going to be pretty crazy. I'm hoping to buy a lot of land there.
Yeah, and Jamie, has the party stopped in St. John's?
No, it hasn't. It's been pretty crazy. We've all been away for about a week and a half now, but it's just crazy back home. Everyone, they just love it back there.
And give me the Russ Howard shoot thing, you know? You got it down, don't you? Now, Russ, the veteran on the team who stepped in and did an admirable job. What's it like watching your brother out there in the Brier final? What advice would you give him right now?
It's pretty nerve-wracking to start with, but he doesn't need any advice. He knows what he's doing out there. He did a little bad break, one ran a little straight on him, but they're playing well, but they're going to have to. Quebec's a good team, and it's going to be a battle.
Tell me about, is it Tuesday night in Midland, the big party for you?
Yeah, we're heading up to jump in the fire truck and do the old trip down memory lane there, and it'll be really neat to get back and see the hometown people.
Did you ever think at a half century you would be wearing an Olympic gold medal?
I'm not sure I can walk up onto the fire truck at this age, but no, not at all. And got 4 guys to thank for that, and it's been quite a ride.
Mark, the double specialist, no pressure. We're going to expect those kind of shots from you all the time. You certainly wowed us.
Oh, thank you very much.
What's been the most exciting thing about this whole journey for you?
Just seeing people's reactions, I think. You know, everyone has been taken by what we've accomplished, and everyone's so genuine and happy for us. It's great to see everyone come up to you, congratulate you, and especially back home in Newfoundland. People seem to walk around a little bit prouder.
Yeah, how cool was it when you found out that all the kids were getting the day off of school so that they could watch you guys play in the gold medal game?
That's a pretty neat feeling. You get kids coming up to you saying thanks for the day off school. You know, I would have loved a day off school when I was going there, so no, it's pretty neat to, you know, you'll look back on it, and hopefully the kids will remember where they were, what they were doing when we won gold.
Yeah, Brad, you got that little wedding coming up in September. That's going to seem almost dull in comparison. No, I don't mean that. It's going to seem fabulous compared to all of
Don't answer that.
It's going to be fabulous. You know,
right
if
answer.
Krista heard dull,
yeah.
it wouldn't be good. No, it's going to be good. It's something else to look forward to. It's been an eventful year, and a lot of great things happening.
That might be an understatement. What's it like watching the Brier final? You guys weren't able to play in it this year because of that little conflict with that little event called the Olympics, but what's it like watching it?
Different. Playing in it the last 3 years, we'd love to be out there playing right now, but we haven't thrown a practice rock since the Olympics, so I don't think we'd be too ready, but it's great to be here and be part of this great event.
Yeah, you have a few events left to play in, and what is this team going to do? Because we all know Russ lives in New Brunswick, you guys are in Newfoundland. What happens now?
We're going to play some bigger events together, and then when it comes to play downs, we're going to go back and play. Russ is playing in New Brunswick, we'll play in Newfoundland, but we're going to play the Continental Cup and then some of the Grand Slam events and maybe some others together, but it's going to be a lot of curling.
And we're watching some of the curling from the Brier right now. Is this Olympic win turned your life upside down?
Oh, definitely. It's been a been crazy. We've had so many opportunities, and we're loving every minute of it.
All right, we'll let you go watch the action because I'm sure these last 5 will be exciting. Our Olympic gold medalists, thanks for joining us up here.
Thank you.
Thanks for having
So
us.
let's go back to the booth with Quebec leading Ontario by a score of 5-4 going into the 6th end. Don.
And the first stone has been played on this 6th end. And a center guard, not surprisingly, from Glenn Howard. You know, the Brad Gushue team shared public relation duties at the Brier this week with the 4-time Brier champion Randy Furby, ranked from Edmonton. Furby and his teammates were here from the opening on Saturday through Wednesday, and then the Olympians arrived, and both teams made appearances. They've been signing autographs, and safe to say both teams were a smash hit with the curling fans here in Regina.
Oh, they've so appreciated having the likes of Furby and Gushue's team. And they managed to use the ice time here at the arena, have some practice.
First time since the Olympics that they've had the opportunity to throw rocks, and obviously Brad did some uniform swapping in Torino.
Well, it's all part of the shtick, you know. You go there and you got to come home with a few different countries' shirts or jackets. It's always great. And we were talking to, Mike and I were talking to Brad Gushue's team several times about it's now over the freedom that you used to have at a Brier to walk around and have a drink by yourself. I'm sure they were mobbed absolutely everywhere they went, and that's a nice problem for them to have. And the fans, as you said, Don, really enjoyed the opportunity to meet them and get some autographs.
Close line.
Team Gushue does have 2 big events coming up. They are playing World Curling Tour events in Victoria, the Bear Mountain Classic, and then the Tour Championship as well in Calgary. So they do need to get some ice time.
Well, with last rock on this 6th end, Menard attempting to generate multiple points, and he is now lying 2.
Well, if you're Glenn Howard, you'd love to again force Quebec into taking one. Ideally, stealing one would be great and tie it up here right away in the 6th end. But certainly force them to 1, take your 2, and tie the game up through 7.
It would just accelerate their plan. That plan of force them to 1, take 2 ourselves would have tied the game after 7. If they can steal, of course, that would accelerate that plan of trying to tie it up after that terrible start for Ontario.
Little bit. Not bad. Passez. Elle passe pas en dessous de l'autre. Je peux pas rouler là. Non, OK. OK. Vous roulez juste vers du 8, bon. Ça va être un 2. Hop! Yep! Hop! Yeah! Contrôle! Hey! Contrôle! Hey! Hey! Whoa! Yeah! Go, go, go.
Menard wanted Sylvain to roll his shooter away, and he moves it over in the 8-foot second shot.
Very nice shot there. Did not roll a foot less. They'd leave a double.
That's right. Normal. That's straight. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Normal. Whoa. 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 Off. Wow. Off. Whoa. 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 Yeah, go hard. Go hard. Whoa. Go.
Lang wanted to take the play back towards the center line. He didn't get the roll.
Nose hit this time will leave a double for Ontario.
Okay. Non, faut jouer un petit peu moins que ça.
Menard would like the roll that Lang didn't get with his stone.
Well, as Mike said, they need to roll somewhere. Getting higher in the house, rolling it out wide will not give them second shot.
Positif. C'est fort, Jim.
A little heavy is what the students are indicating.
Whoa. 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 Yeah. No. Okay.
And the shooter will roll out. And for those of you who are watching our Olympic curling telecast, you'll notice the difference in the width of the sheet of ice, and an extra 6 inches on each side in international play. So that stone would have remained in play at the Olympic Games.
And at World Championships as we go to next week in Grand Prairie for the Ford Women Worlds. We'll see that bigger sheet of ice. There's hardly any differences anymore between the international rule book and the Canadian rule book, but that's one of them.
Wait only.
The width of the sheet.
Ontario talked briefly about trying to nose the guard back.
Where are you? Close.
Quiet wait.
Real
They're
good.
going to play another freeze here.
Line's good. All we can. All we can. Whoa, it's got a curl. Got a curl. Whoa, no. Whoa. No, no. No. Get over. Get over. More, a little more. Shot. Shoot, guys. Beauty. Yeah. Shot, Richie. Nice shot, Rich.
Yeah, horrible slide. Maxed out on that one.
Good finish. Yesling.
No, wait, just hit it.
Wait. Yesling. Bon way, Jeff. Yesling.
Beck trying to draw around the stack of stones in the top 8 foot.
En masse. Non, bon way, Jeff. En masse. En masse. Non. C'est pas tant que ça, là. La pire place, tu veux que ça soit?
Too heavy.
OK. Ma faute, ça. Ma faute.
Francois saying it's his fault. I think he told the sweepers he might have been a little late.
So now Richard Hart looking to freeze down to that red stone in the back 4 foot.
Very important shot here for Ontario. Great chance to steal if they make the freeze, but big chance for Quebec if he doesn't. Critical shot.
That's good. Ram, wait only.
In the second end, they had trouble getting this path to curl enough for Richard Hart.
Line's good. Wow. Room.
This one has to slow down and also has to move. Starting to finish now.
Come on. What?
It's just such beautiful weight. They're just not getting the curl in that spot that they're expecting.
This freeze connect.
Doesn't finish like the other one, eh? Good shoot.
Still finishes though, right?
Oh, huge. Good shoot.
I think they're talking about the differences between the two rocks. Both Glenn and Richard have one rock that curls more than the other, and sometimes you see them switching them as they're coming into the hack, depending on the shot that's called.
It's a better line than Richard's.
Does it have the weight?
It does.
Easy.
Shot stone.
Beautiful.
And that is a beauty. Well, Roberts took responsibility for the missed shot on his previous stone when he said he called the sweepers on when they should have been waiting.
Just look at those brooms. Isn't that amazing?
Easy.
Look at the finish.
And you know, we had talked about what brooms that teams use, and certain ice surfaces warrant use of the synthetic heads, and sometimes use of a hair head works best, but these teams have been so effective with these synthetic heads this week on this particular ice surface.
After a slow start, G.Howard has improved his numbers.
Don't leave it light. Real close. Don't leave it light. No, right off. No. Got to leave it short.
Got a curl.
Close.
Never ever.
Close.
No, can't yet.
No, right off. No. Heavy. Any ideas, guys?
It's not going to bend enough.
Yeah. Go.
I just can't follow.
How about the rocks? It's also Francois' intern.
I know I threw it good.
Two lefty interns.
I can't follow his intern. It just doesn't curl.
No, you threw it good, Brian.
Tu devrais comme par-dessus, pas que l'autre vienne comme ici. Là.
Ouais, ça va être dur parce que la pierre là va vouloir s'en aller là, hein?
L'autre, elle peut peut-être spinner en haut aussi.
C'est-à-dire, si on veut faire ça, puis rouler là, ça à elle, ça joue normal.
Oui.
OK.
Talking about a hit and roll here first instinct for me was to freeze, but they can make the hit and roll inside. What it will do is free up that stone at the top 4 foot to possibly score.
Normal, hit and roll. Ouais, je peux pas jouer pas fort parce que je vais...
Remove that backing behind those 2 yellow.
So by hitting this one, this back one's gone. He'd love to roll the shooter in and maybe even up a hair. And so that Yellowstone in the middle, that sandwich in the pocket there, will not go too far. But Glenn Howard be in big trouble again here in 6.
That seems to be a familiar phrase.
It has been. Every end, it seems. Quebec is just playing very, very well.
Yes! Whoa. Nice shot.
And you were right, Mike. That shooter rolled up into the top of the 4. Quebec lies 2.
And you can see that Yellowstone is just now wide open.
And the problem for Ontario here right now is not only are they lying to you, you could kill one of those stones, you would still leave a hit for 3. Even if they guard, there's a wide in-turn draw for Menard for 3. So
there's nowhere to freeze. This just lines up onto it.
So by playing some sort of hit,
what are you looking at?
This one's gone,
he just touches this,
but this stone is open.
Back 8 and skinny by this guard.
I got to go back.
If you roll
4.
off of it at all, it's an easy double for 4. I think I'd...
What happens, board weight and roll out and leave the red.
I don't even think the shot's there. That's, like, I don't think if you throw back 8 weight, I don't think you can even do it.
This one's not wide open. I mean, it's there. It's going to be there for 3, but it's going to be a shot for 3 no matter what you do.
What?
Board waiter.
And roll out.
Roll off. He has the pick for 2. By that time, making a...
I don't see anything else. He's going to have a shot for 3. There's no shot to stop 3.
What are you saying?
Board weight on the red.
Jam the red and roll out. We're second.
But if I'm going to do that, I might as well go here. Might give him a draw.
Jam the red and roll out, and it's a hit for 3, isn't it?
No, well, he's real tough, though. It's not that hard.
It's a hit for 3.
Yeah, it is.
That yellow's going to be
How
open.
do you stop 3?
You throw a guard and make him draw on the side for 3. I don't like the open hit option.
Well, it's not going to be open.
Oh, you're hoping what? You're hoping that the red...
You jam it right there. It's going to be... He's going to have to... And he can't roll more than a foot. He has to throw it quiet.
It's not bad.
Whatever you like.
Well, our shooter's gone, isn't it?
Right.
And shooter's gone. So you're hoping the red covers the yellow by a quarter rock.
It's going to cover a piece of it.
So he's got to stay in the 8 foot. Now count that for 3.
I mean, whatever.
But he can't be cute with it, because if he ticks his own, we get one. So this is no picnic either.
No, I know. But you reckon then? Well,
I think that I don't think you're going to be covering it at all. It might be edge on edge at best.
Okay.
Guard.
I think so. What do you see? You think the shot's there? Go for it. But you think it's there?
It's real tough.
You know what? I'd prefer back 8.
Yeah, try that one.
To playing board and just go tap, tap, tap.
Sure.
If you want to try that.
Let's try that. Let's just try and get it.
That's asking for a double for 4 too.
Trying to bump it to there.
Paper by.
Paper by.
Okay.
So I heard the option. They're going to come down with back 8 foot weight, try to hit this on the nose, as close to nose as they can, get this stone into the back 8 foot. Problem is the shooter is going to maybe roll off. If it does roll off, there'll be a double on the 2 yellows for 4 for Menard.
They talked about a guard and making Menard draw the other side for his 3rd point. Quebec is lying 2 right now, and you could tell that that's what Richard Hart wanted them to play.
This final stone of the 6th end for Glenn Howard, rife with danger.
Well, a little heavy.
Needs to be very tight on the top yellow stone.
No. Right up.
And again, this spot has not been curling very much for them.
Whoa!
They have to move this through.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Yep.
Did they move it far enough? Still 2 for Quebec.
Quebec 8. 4.
There's a tap for 4.
Try, Glenn.
Yeah, shot wasn't there, actually, I don't think. But...
Well, yeah.
So back 12, Baton,
back 12.
Okay.
In their attempt to try to prevent 3, they've given a fairly easy shot for 4.
So outturn tap back, just heavy draw. They only need to move the yellow stone back foot or so to score 4. And really blow this game wide open.
Back 12.
Back 8.
But a glorious opportunity for La Belle Provence as Jean-Michel Menard, with his final stone of this sixth end, has a chance to score 4 and take a huge 5-point lead.
Yep. On it. Yep. Back down.
He has to get past those stones out front, though, to get to the yellow Ontario rock. It looks good, is it? No, he will only get 2.
Big break for Ontario.
What a big missed opportunity for Menard.
I think Glenn Howard is quite relieved to see only a deuce go on the scoreboard. It looked for a moment as though they were going to get by, but that very strong finish, and it's a score of 2. But 4 could have meant game over. Menard's final stone curled a bit too much, and rather than tap back the Ontario rock to score 4, he had to settle for a deuce.
That's a huge break for Ontario, although they still have to make up a 3-point deficit in this game here in the 7th end. Consistently, Ontario's rocks are running straighter than what they expect, and they are watching the Quebec red stones come down and seeing them finish a lot. I think they have to quit watching and adjust the broom, because it is becoming much a consistent pattern here in this game that their rocks are not curling as much as what they want them to.
Slight advantage for Elmalie at lead position over Craig Savile. Neither lead has played a takeout thus far, an indication that both sides, when they have last rock, are throwing those corner guards.
Elmalie has made very few errors in this game, placing his stones and keeping them in front of the tee line, getting to forfeit when he needs to.
Perfect. Glenn Howard happy to see a guard, though.
Are you like the corner? Okay, maybe, right? Yeah. Okay. Try something different, are you? Sure.
Squash it a bit.
Right here. Right here. Easy.
Oh, okay, really.
Easy. Boy, Sav.
Whoa.
Good shot.
I was worried about that one.
Menard wants one of the corner guards removed.
Now,
Eric Sylvain will attempt to do it. The stone has to curl. He's missed it.
And you talked about this earlier, Mike, about this is not this team's strength is in the big weight game.
Yeah,
and I would suggest it's almost an Eastern Canada, Western Canada thing. And you've got the big weight hitters out of Western Canada, the Furbies and the Martins, being able to throw those big weight run backs so accurately. This team knows to play their strengths.
Well, I'm sure longtime Brier fans are familiar with this statistic as well. This is the first time since 1990 that a Western team has not been one of the 3 finalists.
Hard! Go! Come on, go hard! Go! Shooter! Go!
You're on.
Okay.
And talking about Western teams, it's a pretty good day for Western teams at the World Junior Championships. A silver medal from Mandy Seltzer of Balgoni, Ludmila Privakova of Russia, who competed at the Olympic Games in Turin, still of junior age, winning the gold medal 5-4, and Charlie Thomas of Grand Prairie, a 7-3 winner over a former junior champion, Niels Carlson, the defending world junior champion, and he's also representing Sweden in the men's championships in Lowell.
there was a terrible shot from Eric Sylvain.
Back to
That
back.
came out of nowhere. So, 3
Well, I threw
now
mine. I was
in
on the
play
outside of
for
center.
Ontario. They'll go around that corner guard. Jean-Michel knows it.
5?
Yeah, right up there.
An opportunity for Ontario, trailing by 3, to get right back on even terms.
Whoa. It's all there. Line only. Oh, it looks hot. It is.
That looks heavy.
Real heavy.
True. Close. But you have to make shots. And this one looks as though it's going to slide harmlessly through the rings.
Huge miss. When you get that miss from the opposition, you have to take advantage of it in your next shot. Back-to-back misses from Eric Sylvain and Brandt Lang. Unfortunately, does not take advantage of it.
No, you're not
So advantage back to Quebec. Need to get rid of shot stone. Need to keep their shooter in play.
Oh.
Still not horrible for Ontario. They will use those corner guards right now. They'll ignore that stone in the 4-foot and go around.
You can get right behind the red one.
Yeah, I like this behind the red. If it goes right in, well, what are you going to do?
That's fine.
I can get this in half behind the red.
Glenn Howard worried that if they bring this far enough, that Quebec will run in that outside red stone onto theirs, even if they do get it buried.
Brown. Good round. It's pretty
Well,
good.
you heard Richard Hart expressing confidence that he could get this stone in behind the 2 corner guards.
They just come around in the 3rd end when they score 2.
Right off, guys. No.
Gotta go soon.
Ton of room, guys.
Yep.
Go now. Hard
Go.
down. Hard down.
Hard.
Far as it'll go.
Go.
Far as it'll go. Far as it'll go. Far as it'll go. Far as it'll go. Far as it'll go. Go, Richard. Yes. Throw it okay. Hey?
Okay.
Well, I think it's too much ice.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
We threw it earlier.
Yeah,
Well, I was always tighter than earlier.
Earlier, I was like full on this side.
Yeah, I know. But yeah.
You tightened it this time. I thought it was going to go lower.
C'est beau, mais si on la manque, on est mieux de faire un hack.
Hack là?
Ouais, petit hack.
Oh, you could have. You could buy by that much.
Ah, un petit peu peut-être, ouais.
OK. Encore?
Ouais, encore, oui. Il y a les juste sacs, là.
In the 3rd end, this is where Quebec missed a hit over on this one side. Ran too straight.
Whoa, parfait!
Whoa! Yes!
Whoa!
Reste proche. En masse!
Non!
Reste
We're going
proche!
to need some movement
Reste
to
proche!
make contact.
La jaune, Jim. Oui.
Is it going to make contact?
No.
Enough to nudge it out of the rings.
And stay. Very nice shot.
Good way, Frank. Good shot, Frank.
You want to do it again, or do you...
Nothing? Good?
You guys
Looking at the
go
options.
again, or what?
They can tap back the shot
Good
stone.
news is he doesn't get to throw again. I mean, Jesus, he makes it look easy when he gets that angle on it.
They've been commenting throughout the course of the game how Francois Roberge's stones seem to curl a lot more.
And he's talking about getting the angle on it, just throwing it. He throws a little bit outside to the inside of the broom, so he already gets it curling a little bit even before it starts its path down the ice. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as he's consistent and his skip gives him enough ice for it. I think Team Ontario is getting too concerned about how the opposition is throwing and not adjusting the ice to their own way of delivering the rock.
Hard! Where are you? Hard! 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 Go! Whoa!
We're there.
Yep!
All there. All there. All there. Whoa.
Had to sweep it to get it by. Now will it stop?
Scott?
It's going to be hard to get shot rock anyway over there. They're looking for a miss from Menard and try to double the lie too.
boys.
Roberge with the advantage at third stone over Hart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, up two, got to rock top the button. They're going to guard. Really put some pressure on Glenn-Howard.
And I really like this call,
I do too.
but as we said, hard to place these guards on curling ice. So this is about communication to do this perfect.
Okay.
You don't want to slide this into the rings, leave Glenn-Howard some sort of hit to have another stone in the house. Tight guard, good line.
Non, ligne est pas pire. On est très proche. Non.
Well, a miss on this end by Sylvain, but then when Lang fired his stone through the rings, that put the pressure back on Ontario.
Good guard.
Glenn-Howard was head and shoulders above all the skips during round-robin play, but he trails Jean-Michel Menard in this championship game.
Well, that you look at that percentage of 65% on draws, and Glenn-Howard's draw weight has been fantastic this week.
So run back, only option here for Glenn-Howard, and if he does not make contact with the stone at the top of the button, he's going to end up having to outdraw that one on his next one. So we really would love to make the raise double or even triple is there.
Depending on the angle he catches that shot stone, he could remove all three Quebec rocks.
Very tough.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard.
He's got 1, 2. Will he get all three out of there? Yes, he does.
Fantastic shot. As you said, Mike, the triple was there. What a tremendous execution to get rid of all those stones and get out of trouble.
Try.
Nice try.
Nice try.
Look at that.
Richard almost forgot to sweep.
Good for three, buddy?
There you, buddy.
He hooks it in there like me. I don't know. Here's he can't overthrow.
Come to his own.
Wow.
That's unfortunate.
Fantastic.
Yeah, ben, si après, on dit bravo pour lui.
Je pense pas qu'il va être là. Il va passer par-dessus.
Tu penses de cette ligne-là?
la rouge en premier, puis il va faire le dos.
Si large que ça pour toi, là?
Ben, les autres, c'est ça qu'il y avait, là. C'était des gauchers. Peut-être un petit peu moins.
Je pense que c'est assez, ça, Jim. Pour toi, c'est assez.
J'ai bien compris les signaux, Freeze, c'est pas terrible.
Thanks, Frankie.
C'est bon, Freeze? Il n'y a pas une shot avec la rouge à droite.
Not something you see in any other sport.
Non,
Francois turning to Glenn saying, nice shot, Glenn. And
plus pour moi.
Thanks, Frank.
Sur le bord de la ligne, j'y vais, moi. OK.
Critical that Menard hits the rings here. This stone will bury. If heard Richard Hart say, split for three here, Glenn. He needs Menard to throw one into the hat for him. No, that to happen.
That's a tough split as well.
No! Bon weight. Non. Good way.
Faut l'amener dessus.
They need this one to finish.
Pas trop la ligne. Non, OK, wow, laisse-la plus haute que la rouge. Yep, go.
Very tricky shot here for two, although there is a shot. It's really tough for Glenn-Howard.
Back line.
Yep. And the question is if they can get by the guard tight enough with enough weight to tap it through.
They're talking a quarter rock, actually. They're looking at chipping it through that little court. That is really tough.
Back line?
That's hard. It just looks like there's two rocks that it could jam on to take away the deuce.
So the shot they're calling is a quarter rock. In turn, tap this stone through this port.
What do you have to hit? I got to hit an eighth of it.
What?
An eighth to a quarter.
This is very difficult. Considering he made the raise triple on his first one, maybe not so.
This is
tough.
As tough anyway.
Not much room to angle that shot stone out of the rings and not disturb his own. Final rock of end number 7. Ontario trailing by 3.
Needs to err on the side of getting a point and not giving up a steal as well.
Trying to chip this stone through. Has he got it? Not quite.
That was so tough. Good result.
A single point for Ontario, and it's a 2-point game. Quebec leading with 3 ends.
Figure Skating Championships begin tomorrow on CBC. A week of skating in Calgary featuring Olympians Jeff Buttle and Joannie Rochette and the world's best Mark Lee, Barb Underhill, and Paul Martini will be there for all the action beginning Monday evening at 8 local time, except for 9 o'clock in the Atlantic, 9:30 in Newfoundland. A week of the world's finest figure skaters starting tomorrow. Don.
Make sure. Well, 3 major world events taking place in the province of Alberta: the long track speed skating championships, the world figure skating championships, and the women's world curling championships. They're in Grand Prairie, and they started Saturday. We'll be in Grand Prairie next Saturday and Sunday for the semifinal and the final. A 2-point deficit facing Glenn Howard and his Ontario team.
So important for Quebec to score here in the 8th end with last rock.
Easy.
Even if it's just a score of 1, they'll regain control of this game going into the final couple of ends.
Shot, Max.
Howard ignoring the shot stone, calling for another guard.
Whoa. Room. Heavy. Room. Easy. Back here. Yep, line's good. Line's real good. Yep. Line's real good. Come on, guys. Come on. Still sliding. Go. Farther, better. Go. Good shot, Sav. Right.
Stone in the forefoot for Quebec, just a little deeper than they would like. So rather than playing the tick shot, they're going to try throwing into the top 8 foot. We've said it before, but again, the big weight double peel really is not in either team's repertoire. They can certainly make them on occasion, but not the danger that you have facing Kevin Martin, for example, or Randy Furby. It's a big mistake here from Maxime Elmela coming behind the tee line. 2 heavy draws and a little excited maybe. Nerves getting to them here in the 8th end.
Wow. Good. Room. No good? Where is it? Little top. Got a curl. Little top. No, he can't. Warping. Finish. Richie, take the red. As far as it'll go. Bounce. Okay, curl. Wait. Yeah. Wait, up. Hack. Okay. Okay, you just hack. Go down, make it the left.
Trying to get that little flop underneath those guards. Have to throw soft weight to get some finish.
No. On est là. Axe plus.
Is this stone going to curl too much? No, he got by.
That was hard to do.
It actually, it looked like it picked. They were way off it, then all of a sudden it made a sudden movement. Looked like it picked up some debris about halfway down the ice.
That was tough to get it by and roll so far. Good chance here for Ontario. They're going to play the intern freeze into that stone on the tee line now. Still 2 center guards up there front.
This needs to be closed to put some pressure on Quebec.
Mine's be better.
There.
Later. Room. Still there. A lot of room. Still room. Whoa. No bounce. Line's better. Whoa. Line's pretty good. It's got a curl. It looks heavy. Line's real good. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Good shot, guys.
Pretty good.
Une les gardes?
Il revient par-dessus après.
Ouais, c'est ça, ça ne fait pas. Qu'est-ce que tu aimerais jouer dans ce cas-là? Ouais. OK. OK.
Back 4.
Back 8.
Back 8, ouais.
I'm looking to tap that freeze.
Back 8.
Move the backing, the red stone, a foot or two. So maybe they'll have a chance to get at it later.
Whoa, yep. On a du gaz. Trop pesant. Trop pesant. Wow. On a du gaz en masse encore. Bon, ouais, Jim.
Non.
Wow.
T'en viens.
Elle en vie.
Non.
Frank, la rouge. Frank.
Eric.
Okay.
Playing the freeze or the hit and roll?
You got like the freeze.
Jesus, the hit and roll is gone, isn't it?
They're even. It hits the
Cue it.
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
it hits yellow.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect there then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Richard thought that red stone was a little higher in the forefoot to play a tap and roll. That shot is not available.
I need a little more than Langer probably, eh? Or what do you think?
That was Langer.
Okay, what do you think of that?
How's that?
Do not want to disturb either one of those stones. And you want to be in the pocket.
It's real good.
Rim.
Yeah.
Clean it.
A little more in yours.
Rim. Well, rim.
Fine only.
Line's good. Just clean it.
Can't bump.
Wait only.
Awesome. You're going to have to go for line, though. You got to go line. Okay,
well, let it go.
Let it go.
This is walking
Yep.
over.
Yep, you got to keep a bit of an angle. Yep. Whoa. That's fine. Okay.
Unremovable. That was the objective.
The hair wide on both those, eh? Yeah, it's not. Like, it's not even worth talking about. Like, it's very little.
Back line.
Frank just asking Glenn how he threw his stones. This will be the lonely yellow stone here. Once Roberts makes this tap back, it will be shot.
Esproche. Bon way, Jim. Esproche. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
You hear the effort from the Quebec sweepers.
Come on. This is in the... big shot.
As you said, a lonely yellow stone sitting there at the top of the button.
Shot. Anyone up for a guard?
Okay.
You throw a guard and cross your fingers, I think.
Well, Quebec's certainly going to be playing a run back.
High's good.
Guard for our lives, you heard him say, and that's exactly what it is. 8th end.
All of that. Thank you, Ricky.
So you're going to see a guard here from Ontario.
I get you. It's close.
And you're going to see a run back from Quebec
line,
onto that stone that was just thrown and try to kill that Ontario stone on the button. Very nervous situation for Ontario.
Heavy?
Clean.
No. Round. Heavy.
Pretty tight.
Clean.
Halfway.
Whoa, line's
it's
good.
gonna bust.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa, line's good.
Clean, just clean. Halfway. Over curl. Easy.
Anything?
Easy. Little bit. Good.
And you think about what the other options would have been, and that would have been maybe to play a bump or another freeze in there. Anything else that Ontario played, they would give Quebec the opportunity to get 2. And 2 at this point to go up 4 with only 2 ends left would be disastrous. So taking risks, throwing the guard.
He's got movers, so he set that back there.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking around the horn. We're on the horn one.
Well, no, even
Temps pour arrête le temps, là?
Non.
Non. On arrête le temps. Faut juste faire
Quebec's
ça,
going to play the run back.
Je
Question
pense
what
que je veux
angle.
envoyer la chandelle.
Je pense que vous aussi, hein?
Juste ça? Non, j'aime ça ici.
C'est ça, elle s'en vient vers ici, j'aime pas ça.
Vas-y, prends. C'est bon, ça.
Hein?
Oui, ça fait la bonne. Peux-tu jouer juste normal ou...
Ben, je pense pas. Faut qu'il se passe quelque chose.
Hein?
Faut qu'il se passe quelque chose dans le rond.
Normal plus?
Normal plus.
Talking about the weight, so they're going to run this back. They're going to try to get it just across the top where Jean-Michel's broom is. Send this back. This one will be gone, but so will the yellow, and
Laisse ça coller.
be a good situation. Or the danger is they hit a little high and run into the pocket, those two reds on the corner here, and leave Ontario another rock in the forefoot area. But Quebec did see that, and they said it's worth the risk.
Well, the 8th end in round-robin play for Quebec was their best end as far as scoring points was concerned. Now the Yellowstone is fully on the button.
It did not work out very well for Quebec.
1 millimètre en avant.
A millimeter more curl is what is right.
Yep. Okay, I got to play that then.
Or do you do it quietly, Glenn, and make that and try to brush this one into here?
Gee, that's not bad either.
Like if you throw back
I'm
line
going to
away?
give him that, like by hitting that, he's going to have this.
Well, and he'll have this one too. I guess this will just go to here. He'll have a couple angles at it, won't he? So you're thinking try to make this double and roll?
Make the double and roll over. If I could ever roll it to there. But then he sticks that, we're not happy, are we?
Well, yeah, no, you're right. Kind of into need and
We'll take
misses,
time
I
out.
guess. Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
no good, is it?
No, it isn't bad. It's hard to get it there, though. Then he hammers it. No. Let's try it.
That yellow rock is still very
You want to
lonely.
keep this back here, or do you want to...
No, I like hitting it.
Firm?
Yep.
Firm weight double.
I like
hit
this. I make this over, and he misses the double.
Roll the shooter. The double they're talking about
rolling
is
it
this
like
one
that,
over
two
here
quarters
that
very
Quebec,
circle?
they're
Yeah,
afraid that
that's
Quebec
okay.
might play, but that's okay. If he gets one into the top forefoot, I think Ontario would be pleased. They're still going to be a little bit nervous here. Glenn Howard needs to stay. Very important that a shooter stays here.
Well, it seems every time that Glenn Howard steps into the hack, he's facing a critical shot in this final against Quebec.
He's overcurling.
Ontario now lies 2.
Worked out okay for him, and his shooter rolled into a spot almost frozen on that Quebec zone. Look at where his shooter ended up.
Over, dessus, c'est flop en dedans.
Better than I think he could have anticipated.
Well, it was definitely plan B, not plan A. Just wanted to roll in behind the guard. But where it ended up, not too bad.
Watch the shooter.
Jim, ta voiture ici?
Makes the triple. And then stays corner frozen, lying 2. Not bad at all.
Bien. Comme ça.
Pas capable de déplacer elle un peu, il marche pas, hein?
Ouais, elle va être dur.
OK.
Back line. Okay.
OK.
They'd like to roll and move that yellow zone a bit, and Jean-Michel said that's tough. And he's right. This will open up the forefoot a little bit for him, though, and for Quebec,
Yes.
give him a chance to score. Got to get by the guard here.
Whoa! Whoa! Reste avec.
It's a little panic call right out of the hand.
And again, that's just them knowing that they need to get it out of play. Double opportunity here for Glenn Howard, where a big same shot basically just threw. Big weight double. He's going to try to hit the inside, roll the shooter into here. It will stay under cover.
Make that double.
Yeah. And Menard may have to draw the button. There will be a double also available for Menard. Yep. On the yellow on the side of the forefoot and Glenn Howard's shooter, if he does not move that red zone all the way out of the 8-foot, Menard may have a little double there to score a couple. So big shot here for Howard again.
That also has become a familiar expression in this game.
Get down 4-0 after 2 ends. You have basically every shot you throw is critical.
No. Whoa. Roll it.
Is he going to get two?
Hardliner. Go, 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 go.
It'll sit on the button.
Not good enough.
Needs to see whether he can get to the inside to make a double off of the shot stone.
Yeah, that's the difference. You're right, actually.
I don't think there's a double there.
I don't think so either. And with the broom that Menard's taking, he's not going to try it. He's going to throw basically the same shot he just threw and try to score 1. I think if you absolutely had to score 2, you could throw a bullet and try to hit the inside edge here and roll over, but not necessary for him. He needs to score his 1, and he'll throw this quietly. Same shot he just threw. Take 3-point lead into 9.
He would give up last rock advantage, but a 3-point lead going into 9 would be a pretty good position to be in.
He's good.
Okay, good.
Well done. Nice throw.
In turns back for him.
So with 2 ends remaining, Quebec, Jean-Michel Menard leading Glenn Howard of Ontario by 3 to the end tonight. We hope you're enjoying this Brier final, and I think a lot of people might be surprised with 2 ends remaining to see that Quebec is leading Ontario by a score of 8-5. As Glenn Howard said, between ends, we're in big trouble. We need a deuce here on 9. And then they have to go all out to try and steal on 10.
It's a very similar situation to that semi-final game where Menard's team's really been outplaying their opposition, and they've had several opportunities to, they had one big opportunity in the 6th end to really put the game out of reach, and they're hanging on 3 points up, playing 9. Again, it's a really good situation. Teams at this level win 90-95% of the time when they have a 3-point lead going into 9, but it's the Brier final. Anything can happen.
Well, Menard had an interesting reaction yesterday. Those who were watching may recall our poll of CBC viewers. 2% selected Quebec to win the Brier, and Menard said, I wasn't in that 2%.
Good. Got that.
Well, it's a situation where you know, not a lot of people know about this team. They don't travel a lot. But again, we've played against Glenn Howard, and any Eastern Canadian team has played against the team a number of times in the Ottawa area in particular, where Jean-Michel lives, and they are extremely strong. And they just don't get the same amount of travel that some of the bigger teams get.
Well, I recall at the Olympics when Guy Herrings was working for the French network, sitting next to us, and talked about Menard, and he was quite high on the Menard rink coming into the Brier.
Oh, they sent a message last year by making the playoffs in Edmonton and playing so well here through the playoffs. And I think the message, as you said, Mike, anything can happen in a curling game, and I know that there's sometimes you work against the odds and the probability, but we saw that turned in Saskatoon in 2004.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
I had to think for a minute when Furby was playing Mark Dacey, and it looked like it was all but over, and what a dramatic comeback for Mark Dacey's Nova Scotia team. They came back from a 4-point deficit and won that game. Very, very well played last half of that game.
Well, Menard last year at the Brier did very well, but his coming out party was at the Grand Slam in Winnipeg last year, where he was a fill team. He qualified for the quarterfinals and en route defeated Kevin Martin and Jeff Stoughton.
They're certainly capable and deserving of where they are here.
Very nice peel there by Eric Sylvain.
Went to the out turn that time. The one he missed in 7 was an in turn. Smart skipping by Jean-Michel.
Got one more guard, Glenn.
And sometimes it's just not one turn in, turn out, turn. If you're right-handed, a more difficult shot is when you have to cross the path, the right-hand side of the sheet, where you stay on the left. coming out of the left side hack, that sometimes is an easier peel.
Easy. Easy. Heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
See if they tried the double feel here.
Okay.
Not likely.
That corner guard's useless.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well,
Anywhere, you can throw a freaking board at it. No.
Well, this is what the winner receives. $40,000 in cresting money, a World Championship berth, a Canada Cup berth, a Continental Cup berth, an opportunity to earn more money, of course.
Well, one of the clips from Jean-Michel Menard yesterday, interestingly, is he doesn't travel because they don't have any sponsors. Winning a Brier would go a long way to helping him see the rest of Canada, Western Canada for some spiels. He should be able to find some sponsorship out of that.
I'll try to get it half open on the wide. I don't know.
Replicas of the Brier tankard presented to the winning team members.
And your goal when you go into World Curling Tour events and the cash field circuit is just to make the money, to try to make the finals, and you're quite happy. Here at the Brier, though, nothing for second place. 0. It is just a completely different feel.
Round.
It's pretty good.
Needs to curl.
It's all there.
Round. Ton of room.
Off for a sec.
Let it curl.
Off for a sec. It should finish.
Easy, Will. Go now. Go now.
Yep.
Go now.
Hard there.
Go!
There it goes. Keep going. It's going good. Go. 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 Keep going. Keep going.
Shallow.
Trying to get around that corner guard.
So a little glimmer of hope here for Ontario with the nose peel from Sylvain.
Yeah.
Wide. That work pas tout. Sway in across the face.
Sir. Okay.
It's the thrower deciding. Francois likes the intern across the face. Go with the one you like. So we'll see Glenn Howard go around the other corner guard now and deal with those stones in the 4-foot later.
Yes. Whoa.
Yes. Well.
Joan, you talked about the runner-up team not getting any benefits. They don't get the additional benefits that the winner receives, but they do pick up $40,000.
That's a relatively new addition to the championships. Has just come in the last 2 years. And that's with the additional sponsorship that has been sold for these events. Curlers are very grateful for.
Ontario desperately needs a deuce here on 9.
The 3's not dead yet. They've so they're going to go around this guard. You get a half miss here from Menard.
Well, hard. Go!
You need to get by the guard themselves, however.
They really have to work to try and get this Richard Hart shot by.
Yep, get it in. Go.
They're going to rub.
Go.
But they do get it into the rings.
Helped a little, getting it in the house. But Menard will hit in line 3 now, and again, they're back just trying to score 2. Jean-Michel wondering if he can rub off his own and make the double.
Ouais, ils n'avaient pas ça du tout. Oui. Là, on roule en avant, c'est quand même pas si pire.
Si on va laisser, c'est pas méchant non plus. Si on est capable, on va là. C'est mieux de rouler là, Frank. Faut pas faire des dingues en avant, là.
Just really want to stay. That's #1 priority.
Force Ontario to make some precision doubles.
Normal? Yep. Wow! Oh. Normal! Whoa! Si on veut.
Whoa!
Yes! Whoa!
Through cleanly.
Go back!
That was a great sweeping call from Jean-Michel Menard. If that does not hit it that high, may kill his own stone on the button. Really heads-up call from Menard. And that stone is buried.
You probably need normal.
Look at that shooter buried.
I still don't think you make the double.
Out counting that stone on the far right.
Yeah, okay.
So now looking for a double and roll behind those two red
heavier.
stones on the left-hand side.
It's going to be real tough to score 2 now for Ontario. They need a big shot here from Hart.
I think normal. Okay.
So double, hit this stone, roll the shooter underneath, in behind those 2 reds. The roll is more important than the double.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Hard. 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 Hard.
Trying for a double and a roll. Will he get both? Gets the double, but doesn't roll far enough. And he doesn't get both of them either.
Gets neither.
It just over-curled.
Now here's a situation that may be better to hit and roll out for Menard than it is to nose hit.
Oui. Roll out par-dessus.
Oui.
Turn, silence.
Oui.
Okay.
And you hear Francois Roberge and Jean-Michel. They're, again, very smart team. They know the danger here is by nose hitting the stone, leaving the double or possible triple for Howard, will be able to kill that stone that's buried on the right-hand side as we're looking at it. So rolling out is fine.
Roulant dehors, je pense que c'est votre meilleure option, les boys. OK? Tu me lances ça, quel weight?
Solide.
OK.
You heard that comment from Richard Hart. If he rolls out, we're toast.
No! Yep, yep! Hard! 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 Clean! Whoa, whoa,
He wants to roll his shooter out, and he'll do it.
Well done. As said, Mike, very smart.
Parfait, Jim. Good, Jim.
So the best that Howard can do now is get this stone buried, but in order to do that, I don't think he can get shot stone. He's going to try the wide out turn, and to get this stone buried, he's going to have to be all the way in the back eight, but if it's buried, Menard will have an option to play the freeze, and Ontario's forced to 1, and a 2-up with the hammer playing 10 for Quebec should be enough.
And many people might look at, well, why doesn't he freeze to the open stone? Well, that stone is on the tee line. And to get shot stone, he'd have to key it up on the corner, and Jean-Michel would be able to just blast it out.
And even if he does weld it perfectly, Menard can still get it out. There's very difficult to score 2 by freezing at this level.
Well, if you can. Well, yep. Well, back 8. Yep. Well, if you can.
Well by the guard.
Yep. Whoa. Go! Whoa, 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 whoa! Yep. Hard now, hard, go!
Right where you positioned the stone to try and bury it. But now Menard will attempt to follow him down.
Yeah, you made a double.
They sweep this. They keep sweeping mine because yours are a little slower, I think.
Yeah.
If they don't sweep that, that's gold.
That's pretty good. 8,5, Rick.
Il dit au pire, si j'arrive avec le bonhomme, les gars disent je pars un peu, il faut rien que taper l'autre pour être 3 shots.
3 shots?
Ouais.
OK, mais si tu veux qu'on ait droit, je vais m'assurer qu'on garde, mettons, la ligne, qu'il n'y a pas le loup, mettons.
OK.
The line's good, they're going to sweep it and try to move the stone out.
Si la ligne est belle à la fin, on vous le cadre, on la pousse pour être 3 shots.
Okay.
You need to move that stone about 3 or 4 inches, a little more, maybe 6 inches. Just get it out of the 12-foot.
Comme lui.
To lie 3.
He doesn't need to. A freeze here will force Ontario as well to just taking their 1 point.
On est où?
Menard's final stone of 9. Still 1 to come for Howard.
Yes! The prize! Come on! Come on!
Has he got enough to get it there?
Okay.
Great line.
Great shot.
Correct.
Perfect.
And punches it through to lie 3. They're coming on strong. Quebec looks so very good.
All those shots we saw missed by Menard yesterday are gone, and he has not missed those key opportunities to put Ontario under pressure in this game.
Final stone of 9 now for Glenn Howard, looking at 3.
Need to get full 8 foot, almost a piece of the 4 foot to get shot stone.
Weight's good.
Nicely done.
Quebec in the driver's seat.
Very definitely in control, leading by 2, and with last rock advantage, playing the 10th end of the 2006 Brier final. Focus on the Women's World Championships in Grande Prairie, Alberta. We'll have the semifinal next Saturday at 11:30 Eastern Time, the final on Sunday at 12:30 Eastern Time. Round-robin coverage provided by TSN and Canada's Kelly Scott from Kelowna, with a 2-1 record after 3 draws. The winner of this game will go on to represent Canada at the Men's World Championship in Lowell, Massachusetts from April the 1st through the 9th.
Easy. Pass high.
They're looking to throw 2 guards.
Pretty good.
Ontario is, so they need to make a decision whether this first one is going to be the high one. And it is. It's just over the hogs. It works pretty good. Their next one they'll try to kind of draw around it to be tight to the house.
In 98 and 99, Guy Hemmings represented Quebec at the Brier and made it to the final in 98, losing to Wayne Ménard. In 99, losing to Jeff Stoughton.
And Jean-Michel Menard is already a winner of an award this week today at the CCA brunch. He won the Ross Harstone Award, which is the sportsmanlike award. Was given to Jean-Michel Menard.
Interestingly, at the Scott Tournament Hearts, Kelly Scott also won the sportsmanship award at that event. So you can be nice and win, it appears.
You knew that.
7 of 26 times the semifinal winners have won the Brier since the playoff system was introduced in 1980. Mark Dacey was the last in Saskatoon in 2004.
Hard.
So the province of Saskatchewan has been good to the semifinalists.
As far as it'll go.
Although this game isn't over.
As far as it'll go. Line's perfect. As far as it'll go. As far as it'll go. As far as it'll go.
Trying to create some separation between these 2 guards.
It's the exact same situation Menard faced yesterday against Mark Dacey. They threw the first one in the top 8 foot, and then they played the tick shot and made the tick shot here.
OK. La première commence en haut, Jim. On joue elle. Plus de bumper. Bumper. Ça? Ben, je veux pas rester dans la maison. Ben, ça plus. Comme hier.
Just like yesterday, he said. They remember too.
So the tick shot, trying to get the opposition's rock, the Yellowstone in this case, as close to the board without touching, and trying to lose your shoot or get it out of play.
Good. Whoa. Go.
Amelie with the attempted tick shot. Glenn Howard is there to brush it. Can he take it far enough? No.
Made it perfect again. Very well done.
He has played so well today. Maxime Amelie has been very good with placing his stones.
I'm done, he says.
My job's over.
Think there's any pressure here?
Are you kidding me?
Picked.
Well, it's gotta be heavy. Mine's pretty good. Yeah, it's close. Yep, real good. Line only. Well. Yep.
Picked in his hand, just put a little extra rotation on it.
Line's perfect. Go. Hard. Keep going. Right go. Go. Right to it. Good shot. Go. Good
Joan and I
recovery.
have talked about this over and over again at particularly the Olympics when we're doing the round-robin games, but the positioning of your lead stones, if you get it in front of the tee line, it really makes things difficult on your opposition. You see a situation here where Ontario needs to steal that stone at the top 4 foot now. It's as good as they can really do here, and they're still going to leave the 4 foot open, regardless of what happens.
All right, come on.
He's good. Sylvain removes the center guard.
So if things continue the way they are, Glenn Howard's going to make a play on those two stones in the rings, and there's not a lot that he's going to be able to do to try to steal two.
And that's the point. He's not trying to just steal 1 point here. It's 2 that he needs. So he will have to come into the house eventually, hoping for a missed peel by throwing up this guard.
Situation we saw yesterday, Mark Dacey's tactic was to go around the corner guard and try to find a way to lie 3. And it worked well. You had a chance to lie 3 in that situation. A nice double by Menard on his first stone really put the game away. Glenn Howard is not using that tactic. Easy. He's going to continue to guard here.
Easy. And in that particular case, Jean-Michel Menard was having trouble with his takeouts yesterday. He was missing missing the broom on those. Today he hasn't been. That hasn't been the case. So you often play what you think the weakness of the opposition skip might be. And I just don't see one in Menard today.
Yes! Yes!
Got it.
Another good peel by Eric Sylvain. You know, for all their accomplishments, there have been some major disappointments for this Ontario team as well. Glenn Howard has been on the losing end of 3 Brier finals with brother Russ. Richard Hart, of course, lost the Olympic gold medal. And Lang and Savile were with John Morris when they lost the Brier final to Randy Purby in 2002.
Talk about it.
Okay, take a timeout.
Timeout.
But just to carry on that conversation, Don, we often say a team needs to be at the Brier more than once to win it. And this is this team's first
what's best
trip
case?
here.
As a team.
I think the best is getting 2 around the corner.
Yeah.
If we go around the corner, he won't peel the corner, will he? He'll hit that center one.
And then we're going to move perfect. Then we get another one around.
Well, I know, but what if he peels the corner?
Well,
guard it again.
That's pretty good. Then we guard.
Guard what?
Well, this one right here.
Center one?
Yeah.
Then he peels that, and that's why we lost 3. I think.
Yeah. Then we nose.
I think that's our best chance.
We got to go in now. I think. We got to go around now.
Okay.
So you heard from Glenn Howard. Their hope is they go around, feel the guard. Howard will play the guard, and then at some point they'll make a play here and try to lie 3, and that's best way to steal 2 is hope for a hit and roll out from Menard. Yesterday, Nova Scotia came deep here, and Menard, Robert just about made the double and really put them into trouble.
In many ways, this 10th end is similar to yesterday's semifinal.
Exact same situation from the 8th end on, really.
Line's good. Line's good. Higher. Where is it?
Right beside it. Right beside it.
Even's got to curl. Got to curl a bit.
Yep, bury it. Bury it. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, you got to get 2 in there.
Whoa. Good shot, Rich. Good shot, Rich. Shot, Rich.
Nice throw.
Why? Why, boy?
Anibel?
Why? Come here. I'll turn across.
This way across, okay?
I'll turn.
Smart again, like yesterday, to play the peel just like we did yesterday.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. 4 max. Go.
Okay, they will.
Well done.
Shot, Mike.
We guard now.
Now what?
Well, they talked about guarding either replacing the corner guard or putting a center guard. And now Glenn Howard is looking at coming into
I know, he
the
gets
house.
pre-shotted in there, though.
Yeah, well, we hope for a nose.
Okay.
What do you like, boys? I don't know if you want to guard it though. I think you want it somewhere where if he noses it, he doesn't run it back. I think you just want it on this side of center, maybe. Throw yeah.
A little bit on my side, but
yeah. What do you think of center right here? Give him room to nose it anyway. I mean, if we go there and he noses it,
you better go here.
Okay.
Yeah. No, then he whacks that.
Okay.
If we're coming in, I don't think you got to go there.
I almost think he gets to guard the corner one. Let's make sure we like 3.
No?
Are
you talking about freezing it there? Not bad. That's kind of interesting.
He blasts it.
No?
If your corner freezes there and he hits it high with steel, they both go.
We throw a corner and he whacked it. I go around again.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to make a double. That's fine.
That's their best chance.
Corner? Okay.
It's too early for him to hit the center, yeah.
I agree with Brent Lang. I think Menard will peel the corner guard again.
All the speculation is on, you know, what shot the opposition might miss. Again, if you're trying to steal 2, it's such a difficult situation when your opposition makes that tick shot and takes one of your free ones away. Your free
You will need a miss. You'll need a hit and roll out from Menard here.
Get over, curl. Well.
Tight.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean it. Keep cleaning. Keep cleaning. Keep cleaning. Keep cleaning. Good.
Okay. Good.
Well, mission accomplished. They did guard this one on the wing. So another peel for Francois Roberge.
With that stone tighter to the rings, would you ever contemplate running it back?
You can't afford to try to run it back, because if you roll your shooter for a center guard is really when, you know, Quebec would be in
No.
Yep.
Yeah!
Oh, no.
Well, they made the contact, and now there are 2 Yellowstones sitting on top of the floor.
That wasn't so good.
Here's that. Time out. Time out.
Now look at some sort of tap.
You don't want to freeze it, because once you freeze it, you can get both. But if you're here, what does he do?
Whacks it that
Peels it. Then at least we can nose and lie 3.
I think you're better off over here, Lion.
Right in the middle.
Well, then he whacks that.
But then he can drill it in there with no risk.
Yeah.
But if you're here,
he can still make that double.
yeah, he's going to try and drill it that way.
Or he hits that.
How about we guard it? Right in the middle.
Yeah. He peels. What do you do on your last?
Well, we hit in line 3. Problem is these 2 are going to be so close together. It's going to be
a nose hit.
Well, unless I nose it. I nose that, and that goes back to here.
Yeah, it goes
How
to the
about
side
this,
of the floor.
guys?
No,
He
because
just
then he
whacks
makes that double. Game over.
He just whacks
He
it.
just drills this.
Okay.
Chucks,
And that red might even go back
You
there.
got to have something in front of this a bit.
Definitely something in front of this.
We're right there.
Steal it 2, definitely
Well, then he
still in
whacks
play
it.
here.
Well, that's fine. Then we know that number 1, and you might have to
here?
make a little hit and roll.
What's that do?
Either way,
Still
we're
leaves in
hoping.
that double.
What are we hoping for?
Leaves in that double.
Okay. What's that?
If we go over here, it leaves in that same double with no
Yeah.
risk. I think we have to guard. I think Rich is right. Split.
And then what do you do on your last, though? Then
Nose. Nose this goes far enough over here, and we stay here.
Yeah, I like that.
And he has to miss one of these.
He has to make at least a hit and roll.
So we got to guard this double then. Dead in line with this one.
Right in between them.
Right in between.
Right in between them.
Tight.
You don't want him to nose that one either.
Yeah.
Okay, you heard we're going to go right here. Any other angle would leave the double on these 2 in the pocket for Menard. So they're going to try to get into a spot where Menard will simply peel away. What Glenn Howard
right in
will do?
between them, eh, Glenn?
Yeah.
We'll come down and nose
Just
hit
the center on this side.
this stone,
Tight guard, right?
hoping this Yellowstone will roll over here. Be 1, 2, and 3, and they're looking for a hit and roll out from Menard.
Halfway.
The only question in my mind is you guard that double by trying to place this perfectly, or do you try moving that red stone around now and try to put some separation between your or your yellow stones? Lie 3 early.
The danger is there's 2 chances at a double for Menard. They want to just give him 1 shot at it.
Heavy.
Tight.
Heavy.
Tight.
No, freezing, eh? Right up.
No.
Close. Yeah, it's close.
Well.
Yeah, it's top 12 on its own. Top 8. Yeah.
Wall.
He missed it.
Hey, Glenn.
Okay.
Hey, Glenn.
So 2 chances at the double here for Menard. He can either run it back, straight back.
Demain.
Ouais.
Faut rouler quand même assez haut.
Oh, on va rouler loin.
OK.
So I'll turn?
I'll turn all the way.
Okay.
So he's going to have 2 chances at a double here. Comfortable situation for him. Again, in a cash field, this is an easy situation for Quebec. This is the Brier final, and this is when the nerves start coming up. He's looking to hit this a little on the broom side and kill the 2 stones on the right as we're looking at it. Roll the shooter over to the left side. Leave him out. Heard Frank say, watch the shooter, Eric. Somewhere near nose is what Menard's looking for.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! Down!
Okay.
Well,
still not terrible for Quebec, as strange as it sounds, because Glenn Howard now to make...
Right on top. Get all 3 of them lined up.
Yep.
Needed it to curl just a little bit more to make this.
He moved his shot over, though. You see, look at the angles now. Menard's going to have some sort of big weight double with 3 stones in a row.
You want to throw a bit of weight.
Over here.
Not bad. I guess he has a nose hit, but
I think if you throw board, you just go like that, and then he's got a easy double.
Yeah.
I don't know. How about
Where do we want this one to go, though? Do we want this one to go and just into there, or if I could do that into there, I
what if you could make this, Glenn?
Oh, that's tough.
I know it's tough. We got to steal 2. You got to do something tough.
That's true.
That doesn't help you that much, Langer. What does that do for you, though? It's still a nose hit.
Just whack them right into here.
Yeah. No, he doesn't have to do that. He just has to nose one of them.
Normal?
So
where do you want to roll to?
I think you want to get across this one, or right on top of it. Sort of roll right square on top of it. Is that any good or what?
Yep.
The general thinking
he's got
is...
the slash double. He just hits quarter up.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to roll right over.
When you're trying to steal is to make a smaller target, not to have rocks spread in a general area right next to each other.
Roll the shooter
By rolling over, it takes the easier double away.
Forward way we hit.
Yeah, then he's got to hit and stay, right?
Right. I like that better.
Tougher than...
That's better. Hit that, and we'll roll right across.
Okay, I'm just
normal.
Worried about if you touch that and it flies.
Well, I won't be just normal.
Yeah, normal.
I like that best.
Yeah, me too.
Menard's going to have to hit and stay.
And they talked about trying to get all 3 rocks in a row, and then the shooter would roll in front of the rock on the right-hand side. But now, you know, anything that they leave him, Jean-Michel is going to have to hit and stick on a precision shot.
Well, Menard is contemplating the shot that he will be playing with his final stone, depending on what happens with this final rock out of the hand of Glenn Howard.
Roll it! Roll it!
He rolls on top of his own. He's got 3 of them lined up. Pretty good results.
Well, Menard's got to kill the shooter here. This is the key.
That was the first call that they had talked about, was trying to keep those ones in a row instead of spreading them out.
Again, situation makes the shot tough. Big weight peel. He needs to kill the shot that Glenn Howard just needs to hit it on the left side as we're looking at, to kill that one. The back one on the top of the button is gone all day. He misses this shot by over curling. Double jam.
Jean-Michel Menard attempting to become the first Francophone team to win the Canadian Championship. Will he do it?
Come on!
He does! Win by Jean-Michel Menard should give a tremendous boost to the sport of curling in a province where it is somewhat ignored.
Good again, buddy. Good luck.
Jean-Michel Menard, Francois Robert, Eric Sylvain, and Maxime Elmalie will represent Canada at the World Championships in Lowell, Massachusetts.
And the guys went down to give their wives a kiss.
Yes, sir. Good deal. Third time's the charm, I guess.
Well, the third time proved to be lucky for Quebec. They lost the round-robin game, the 1-2 page playoff game, but they prevailed in the one that counted most. They are the Brier champions.
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, your new champions from the province of Quebec.
Yes, c'est bon. Johnny. Pas trop vite. Hey, Québec! Hey, numéro 1, mon au Québec! Voyez là! On le souhaite! First step.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Glenn Mortimer, the Vice President of Operations of Western Canada for Tim Hortons, to bring congratulations to the champions.
Well, good evening, everyone. What an amazing Brier we've had, and it's only fitting that we ended up with just a classic display in our final game and championship game tonight. To Team Nova Scotia, congratulations on your bronze medal finish. You're well-deserved and had a great week. To Team Ontario, I know you guys have fought hard. You were an amazing team all week long, and you deserve to be very proud of your accomplishments here at the Brier. And to our champions, an unbelievable performance, gentlemen. A great game tonight, very exciting, and you should be extremely proud of yourselves, bringing home Quebec's first championship since 1977. I know that curling fans all over the province at home are going to be celebrating tonight, and it's a great pleasure for all of us at Tim Hortons to be able to crown you as champions of this year's Tim Hortons Briers. Well done.
Right now, I'd ask Mr. Mortimer to congratulate and present the Brier tankard to the 2006 champions from Quebec, the coach, Michel Saint-Onge, fifth, Jean Gagnon, the lead, Maxime Elmalie, second, Eric Sylvain, the third is Francois Robert, and the skip, Jean-Michel Ménard.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Enjoy your moment.
Wing her head with them.
Now, of course, with the trophy poised on your head, we'd like to talk to you. Congratulations, félicitations, all that. Jean-Michel, what did that feel like?
Well, ever since I've started playing curling, my dream was to win the Brier, and you know, that's a big accomplishment, and sometimes you only see that as a dream, so having this dream come true is something very special for me and my teammates.
So many people, well said. So much talk this week about Team Ontario, how consistent they were. Not a lot of people had you picked as the favorites going into this game. How did you believe?
Well, if I wouldn't believe, I wouldn't be here playing curling. I know we were in for a tough game against G.Howard, and having been able to beat a curling legend like Glenn to win the Brier is something that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
The first team to win the Brier since 1977. What will this mean for the sport in your province?
Well, hopefully we'll get more popularity and get some kids at school playing the game, because right now in Quebec it's like hockey, 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 so maybe they can see that throwing rocks on a sheet of ice is fun.
And en français, to your fans in Quebec, can you tell us what this means to you?
Merci beaucoup à tout le monde. Pour nous autres, gagner le Brier, c'est merveilleux. C'est le rêve de notre carrière de curling. Puis on le dédie à tout le monde au Québec. Puis là, je sais pas, si on est capable de le faire, tout le monde est capable de le faire.
And your Quebec fans love that. I love their outfits, too. Tell me about going to the World Championship now and wearing the maple leaf.
Well, like I said, winning the Brier was a dream for me and my players, and having the chance to wear the maple leaf is something that will be simply sensational and fantastic, and I guarantee we're going to give our heart and soul when playing every game over there.
Congratulations, Team Quebec, now Team Canada, heading to the World Championships next month. We're back with more on CBC after this. Stay with us.
Last year, they were contenders. This year, champions. Jean-Michel Menard and his team from the Victoria Curling Club in Saint Foy. They will represent Canada at the Worlds in Lowell, Massachusetts.
On his belly with a wonderful double takeout, and he wins the Brier with an 8-7 win over Ontario, and they do the victory leap. They are now representing Canada at the World Championship. Long track speed skating World Championship from Calgary, Alberta. Right after the late night news, World Figure Skating Championships.